Hey everyone, we are back for another episode of Troubles in Otari, where we play Pathfinder using the newly released Pathfinder Beginner Box. The adventure we play through tonight is one you can easily play yourself with a few friends by grabbing your own beginner box on Paizo.com. But before we get to playing, let's check in with the heroes themselves. How's everybody doing? How y'all holding up? How's it going? I look so tiny in my little frame.
Good. We're level 2.
Oh right, yeah.
Right, we forgot.
Very exciting.
We forgot. I had everybody level up because you guys did so well against the Cinder Rat last thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah,
Crushed it.
really well.
See, I'm scared though, because now that we're stronger, that also means other stronger things are gonna come out.
That's not how that
That's
works,
true.
is it? I think everything stays the same level, only we go up.
Yeah. It's not like Skyrim where it scales to your level.
Yeah.
Skyrim was hard in the beginning.
Yeah.
Had a lot.
All right, guys. Why don't we go ahead, play some Pathfinder? That's what we're here. Let's get into it. Adventuring is a dangerous profession. You don't go poking around ancient crypts and monster lairs without running the risk of being burned, bitten, or turned to stone by some long dormant curse. The rewards, though, glory, treasure, stories to tell when you're long retired. Sometimes there are more personal reasons for choosing such a dangerous life, but reasons and intentions make poor shields. To stay alive, you need more than a purpose. You need courage enough to face terrible darkness and wisdom enough to know when to run from it. 4 such adventurers find themselves badly wounded, but alive because they had the wisdom to do exactly that. Tested by a terrible creature of smoke and flames, they knew enough to back away and live to fight another day. Bards may not sing songs of epic retreats, but luckily you're all still on your feet, and perhaps because of that, there will be time enough to earn some ballad-worthy victories. You fought hard these last 2 days, faced many challenges, and shown extraordinary courage in the face of danger. As you overcome obstacles, you gain experience, and as you gain experience, your power grows. And that is why you are all now level 2. Now, I asked you all to come prepared with level 2 characters, and I wanted to give you all a chance to talk about what cool new abilities you've gained, but first, I'll just do a rundown of some of the basic nitty-gritty that happens when you level up. As you defeat monsters, solve puzzles, complete quests, and disarm traps, you gain experience points. When you gain enough experience points, your character levels up, giving you more hit points, increasing the bonus of all your skills that you're trained in, and giving you access to more spell slots and other daily power type things. But the really exciting bits, and the stuff that makes each hero unique, are feats. Every level, you're going to get access to new feats, which can drastically alter the build of your character. With hundreds of different combinations of feats available, you can have 2 characters of the same class that play completely different from one another. Since that's the meat of your character, I actually wanted to talk about what feat each of you gained and what that's going to do for you. So why don't we start with Katie?
Oh.
What does Waverly look like at level 2?
Well, she still has her blonde hair and, no, just kidding. She gained a cool new feat called Healing Hands. And now whenever, because I was kind of looking back at our last, few adventures and noticing that a lot of us kind of need some extra healing help. So I decided to go with Healing Hands because it now allows me to heal with a D10 versus a D8. But it also allows me to harm with a D10 instead of a D8. So.
Okay then.
Very excited.
Very nice, very nice. Hopefully that will help keep people alive. So heal spells, much more powerful coming from Waverly. That is going to be a really good thing coming up. Gabe, what did Fee get?
So I actually got a class feat and a skill feat.
Oh,
The
very nice.
class feat I went with was quick draw. So as a single action, I can draw a weapon and attack with the same action and the same motion,
Nice.
which is going to be great for if I need to like switch from my bow to my dagger. And as my skill feat, I got pickpocket. So I'm a little bit better at taking things now, which, you know, like since Thee is a smuggler, I feel like it's going to work in my favor. And if nothing else, it's going to be fun properly stealing from Gristle this time.
No.
Yep. You're going to get that coin pouch if it's the last thing you do.
Leave me alone. Why do you think I'm rich?
Point. It's a principle.
Yeah. Quick draw is, in my opinion, it was always a good feat, but I think in second edition with the action economy, it's way more powerful and versatile. So
Being able to
excellent
get
choice.
that at level 2, I'm really excited.
Excellent choice. Xander, how's Ingot looking these days?
Well, Ingot also gets a class feat in quick identification, so he only needs to spend 1 minute studying magic items or effects in an attempt to identify it instead of 10 minutes. And then he gets the skill feat of reach spell. So I can increase the spell range on another creature by 30 feet, and if it's a touch spell, I can add a range of 30 feet to it by spending out of my action economy.
Nice. A little extra action, but extra range on your spells, always a good thing to have.
Yeah, I think Ingot really has like looked at the ways that we're fighting things and is like, Ingot needs range.
He needs to be able to use that ultimate power he's discovered from even further away. Oh man. Michelle, Gristle has always been great, but the strong keep getting stronger.
Gristle could get better. So I leveled up and I got like so beefy. I got like plus 12 more hit points. Now I'm at 32, which is pretty dope. I also gained what's it called? Quick repair, which I don't know why I'd be good at repairing things, but it's like basically if I use a crafting skill to repair an item, instead of 1 minute or instead of 10 minutes, it takes 1 minute.
Okay, cool.
So if y'all break a strap on your boot, I can help you out, I guess. I've repaired 0 things so far in these last 3 sessions. The cool thing that I picked though for fighter is brutish shove. And I think I'm a little confused. It's like a very long description with like and, if, but sentences. So a quick question. So I hit to make, I basically hit something to make it stumble back. It says, if you've already attacked this turn and are holding a 2-handed melee weapon, which I think I am, great sword, make a strike with your 2-handed melee weapon. If you hit a target that is your size or smaller, you push it back 5 feet or 10 feet if your strike was a critical hit. That's all fine. I just got confused about, I can only use Brutish Shove if I've already attacked this turn, or...
When I looked up Brutish Shove, it does not appear to be that. It's just that you just have to be wielding the official description, throwing your weight behind your attack. You hit your opponent hard enough to make it stumble back. Make a strike with a 2-handed melee weapon. If you hit a target with your size that's your size or smaller, the creature is flat-footed until the end of your current turn. So no matter what, if you hit your target, it's actually gonna stumble and be a little easier to hit on subsequent attacks. So you actually want to use it early in your turn. Like the first thing you want to do is Brutish Shove something. And then you can then automatically shove it. Shoving, basically you make an athletics check against your target's their fortitude DC, which is 10 plus their fortitude save bonus. And if you succeed, you move them back 5 feet. If you critically succeed, you move them back 10 feet. And you can choose when you shove something, whether you want to follow them. So while you're shoving them, you can move with them, pushing them along a path. But that's your choice. So there are a lot of like variables with it, but it's not too complicated, and it is a really good ability.
So I think I'm gonna push this stupid rat into the water and watch it drown.
You can push the stupid rat around. Yes, if you succeed.
That's why I took that feat. I'm mad at this rat still. It was a whole thing.
I like to think that your builds will all be based specifically on getting revenge.
Yeah, on revenge.
Yes.
But don't call us the Revengers.
All right, so you guys are stronger, you're tougher, and you still have a mission to complete. Are you going to go back and try to defeat this cinder rat that drove you away from the Shrine of Elemental Boons? Do you seek out the leader of the kobolds, Zolgran, and this baby that you've heard that has hatched from some big egg not too long ago? Or do you head back to the surface to lick your wounds and gather supplies? The choice, ultimately, as always, with Pathfinder, is yours. What do you do?
Ingot needs a proper rest.
Okay, all right. I imagine so. You and wow, you all were throwing up so much. It was quite a sight to see.
And you were throwing yourselves down on the ground.
No, I was lightly singed, and I'm fine now. I'm feeling great. But if we feel like we should go to the surface, it wouldn't hurt to stock up on supplies. I think the rats will still be here. The kobolds don't seem to have any sense of urgency about this place, and maybe they don't even know we're here.
Vengeance shall be ours.
Okay. Fee, was that a yes or a no about vengeance and it being yours or not?
Well, I mean, you said if we wanted to. I don't necessarily want to go above ground. Do you want to, Grisel?
I could go either way. Beverly, how about you? How are you feeling over there, bud?
Well, I do think that we have a mission that we have not completed, so I do not think it wise to leave what we are currently doing. That being said, perhaps if we all take a rest, we shall awake more refreshed and ready to take on whatever day's challenges are thrown our way.
You know, Ingot, she's starting to grow on me.
Perhaps we should check in with Tamily, who has sent us down here. We have been gone for quite some time.
Yes, Jim, how long have we been gone?
At this point, it's been about you're into the second day down here.
Right.
Right? Adventured for all day, rested, and then you decided to stay down in the dungeon. So yeah, this is day 2.
Before we go above ground, question. Are we keeping it a secret that the kobolds have essentially been feeding something down here?
Well, we wouldn't want to alarm the village. If it was something, that turned out to be real minor, maybe it's a really big cat. We still don't know. We don't have enough clues to really see the end of this mystery, I don't think.
I don't know what that answer was.
Okay, that means that I don't think we should tell everybody, but we could probably tell the what's her name again? The Fingerly?
Tamily.
Yeah, Tamily. There we go. Close to your name, Beverly. So yeah, I think we can tell her since it's her stuff that we've seen some things, but
Okay. I think that's a good idea. I just was curious.
maybe don't tell the whole town. Don't go and ring the bell that they ring sometimes.
The bell.
That they ring.
Sometimes.
Look, if there's a fire, an emergency, do you two not live in towns? I don't understand. I mean, are you homeless? Like, where are you even from?
Here and there.
I
There
thought
and
we went
here.
over this already, and I just don't remember.
Grisel, perhaps you've forgotten Fee is a very well-traveled person.
Oh, great. Yes, you took notes. Thank you. Yes, they greatly traveled and never seen a bell in town, so that's weird.
I didn't say that. I just wanted to see what you would say if I keep letting you talk.
Don't like these games you keep playing with me, Fee. They're not very fun.
Not for you.
I think I found the way back. And Ingot starts moving towards.
Yes. Everyone, let's go together. Yes, a team, stay together.
Right. So you begin backtracking through the way you
memories.
came in. I mean, essentially, there's really nothing that stops you from just heading right back the way you came. As you're walking, you recall that or I recall, that Brutus Shove actually has a specific trait. It's not written in the full description that I was reading, but it has the press trait, and press does mean it has to be on your second or third attack. So after your first attack, you could use Brutus Shove.
Okay.
They did so. That is a real thing. The beginner box was correct. They didn't do. Paizo did. They wrote their own rules correctly. I just forgot to read the trait.
I like to think of Gristle kind of shadow boxing as we're walking and like, oh, right, push and push.
But sort of like I can't turn left unless I turn right first. So I've got to kind of go through all the motions. I can't shove unless I hit first.
Right.
Exactly.
The momentum.
But you begin backtracking, making your way back up to the surface, and it takes. I mean, as you're moving, like it starts to dawn on you, like how deep beneath Otari you've come, and just how many of these great, huge, ruined chambers you've been through. There's a lot going down under Otari, and you certainly haven't even uncovered all of it. Who knows what else could be lying in wait down there? But eventually, you come to a familiar looking area where you have to basically scale a very small cliff, which leads you to a breach in a basement wall out into the basement of a fishery, mostly empty now. You find that actually sort of sweeping up and trying to clear away debris is a very small human woman who seemed like, as soon as you peek your heads into the basement, she like jumps out with this broom in hand. She's like, oh, okay. Oh, you're not the monster. Okay, you're not the monsters. I was really worried that you're monsters because you're not. You're actually the people that are going out of it. Oh, sorry, I just need a minute. Whew, hi, everybody. How are you doing?
Hello, have you seen more monsters coming through here?
No, I haven't, thank goodness, because all I have is this broom, and truthfully, if you were monsters, I would be absolutely done for. I am not a fighter like you guys. Oh my gosh, you're all like bruised and burned up. Are you guys okay?
Oh.
What's happened to you down there?
There is a lot.
Yes. What's the sorcerer said?
Wizard.
Was the words mean nothing. I feel like there was a lot of different bad things down in that wine cellar of yours. There, Timothy.
Oh, might be a different person.
No, it's me.
It's Tim.
It's me, Tamerly Tandervale.
Yeah, Ingot.
Sorry, no, it's okay. The GM wasn't really explicit about that, so it's totally fine, and the misunderstanding is understandable.
This is Night Tamerly.
I would recognize you anywhere, Timothy Tamberley. As we grew up together in this small town of Otari, and even just your dark shadow, I'd recognize you from far away. Anyway, so there's
That's so
like...
exciting! You're saying that you grew up with Tamerly.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Just put in your
Oh,
notes.
Tamerly, we should gather one day so I could hear all the stories of how Gristle became the most mightiest adventurer in Otari.
Oh, completely unnecessary.
No, go on.
I was
Ingrid
just
would
always
like to hear these stories too.
exactly the same as this my entire life, so don't worry about that. Where were we? Oh yes, business. Yeah, there's a bunch of kobolds down there, and they are just wrecking everything, and they took your fish. So, problem solved, kind of. I feel.
Wait, so they're gone now, like all of them?
Oh no, we still need to go back down there and handle the rest of them. But we are hot on the case, and we should soon, hopefully, be able to find the culprits, at least their leader.
Yes.
This is well. I mean, I didn't realize just how big this problem was going to get, and looking at the state of you, I mean, I feel kind of terrible. Here, come up top with me. I feel like, just come with me. And she scampers up the stairs, throwing open the basement door, and motioning for you all to follow.
I rush up there.
Yep.
Great.
What time of day is it?
It's probably like 3-ish in the afternoon. You get up top. She goes, digging through some boxes and shoving stuff aside, and eventually comes up with 2 bottles of this clear red liquid that, again, you guys have found some of these yourselves. She says, "Oh, I know it's not a lot, but I mean, it looks like you really could use some extra help, and I feel so bad about what's happened, and you guys are doing such a great job. I don't have any extra money to give you, but I have these, and I think that maybe you could use them a lot better than I can, you know. So here, just some healing potions. It's really all I have, but I think you need them, really."
Waverly will grab them. Thank you. Oh, this is very, very generous of you.
And
You
don't
have-
worry, adventure is part of the job, so it's okay to get into scrapes here and there. We'll always come out winners in the end. It'll be totally fine.
We've survived thus far.
But don't tell the villagers. We do not want to cause a panic. So
Oh, no.
don't tell them about the kobolds or the kobold leader or the baby or the fire rat or any of
There's a
them.
baby down there?
A baby?
They take a baby too? Oh my
No,
gosh! They kidnapped a baby? We have to tell everybody about the baby.
Oh, no.
It's a metaphor for their hunger. They're feeding the baby.
Well, we're not
Wow, these
exactly
kobolds are
sure
very
about
artistic.
that. Because there might actually be a baby. It may not be a metaphor. I just thought I'd throw it out there. But it simply, quite possibly, could be a metaphor. But there's also a possibility it's not.
Or just like a cat is kind of what I thought was happening, but
It's definitely not a human baby.
yes, yeah. So probably it's fine.
It's definitely not a human baby, so probably fine. Got it. Okay.
Well, we
This is
will.
why we leave the adventuring up to the professionals, because I would be totally lost down there. Metaphors and babies, and oh man.
Yes, and we
That's
have
why
it
I
all
said metaphors.
figured out.
Possible.
Well, if we're up here for a small respite, thank you very much for the potions. Are these healing potions?
They are indeed.
There are 2 of them.
2 of them, yep. Each one will heal 1d8 hit points immediately.
Do you want to grab them, Waverly? Ingot will kind of
Oh, I
hold them
did,
over too.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
They're in
got
my
them.
pouch.
Sure, already got them.
I already wrote them on my inventory.
Got it.
Ingot has a small place in town that he has been staying, but it is only big enough for one.
Oh, are we seeking accommodations already? Okay. I shall. Tamily, do you know of?
No. Oh, okay. Hello, I live here. It's totally fine. I'm not homeless like the rest of you, or I don't know. Waverly lived in like a box somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. He never really told me
Oh,
about
no,
it.
not a box.
I mean, it sounds like a
Literally
box.
came from a university.
I
Yeah,
just said
I
that
remember
Ingot
that.
has a place.
Yes, probably also a box. If you wish to visit my family's fish picklery, is that what it's called? You are welcome to come by and check out our wares. There's reasonable pricing, I promise you, and we could have a small rest there and maybe talk a little more about what exactly this baby is, because I am very confused now.
Gristle, does your parents' place have 4 walls?
It has many walls. It's a large warehouse format situation with a store in the front and a manufacturer thing on the side, and the back is the living area, and there's like a yard and like an airboat situation happening, and there's logging on the other side of the area. It's huge, my dude.
So it's a pickle box.
I don't know what that means.
Ingot is excited for fish picklery.
Or you guys can go back to your little boxes and have fun there, but you know. Thought we
Oh,
could all
no.
stick together and then get our errands done and get back to adventuring.
Yes.
Wait,
I
you're-
spent
are you-
many years in my dormitory trying to figure out my thesis, and I think that I have many more ideas because we are actually out in the world adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
Any objections from you two?
I
Can you
love
just-
this idea.
You hear this loud stomach grumble, and Ingot looks down.
Fish picklery, please.
All right, let us go. And I lead them to my awesome fish picklery
Compound.
Store/house/factory? What have I done?
Plant. I believe I heard like a logging camp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
this is
a
a
boat somehow
It's a
involved.
campus.
Yeah, this is a multi-billion gold situation here.
The fish pickling compound.
Yeah.
It did not mean to go this. It just happened.
Yeah, Gristle leads you all to this fish picklery near the docks, and there's a house. There's clearly like a living area, like a house that's attached to like a storefront and this larger pickling plant. And she marches right up to the door, knocks and just a few seconds later, this massive man who looks like he's just bundles of rope squeezed into a simple but well-made tunic opens it. It is none other, Gristle, you recognize immediately, one of your fathers, Gristle Sr., who has a huge smile on his face when he sees you, but which quickly darkens when he notices all the fresh wounds and burns and scars you've acquired in just the last, few hours. Gristle, the state of you! Your father's going to have a heart attack! I'm going to have a heart attack! Why are you all bruised and burned? Come, get inside. Oh my goodness, you need, have you been eating enough pickled fish?
Yep. Oh, mm-hmm. Yes, Father, I'm totally...
Actually, Dad, I could use a couple more fish because I did kind of run out.
I'm totally fine. And my friend, these are my adventuring companions.
Waverly rushes over to shake his hand. Oh yes, Waverly Kent, it's nice to meet you.
Yes, okay. Yeah, she has told me about a Beverly, but a Waverly someone. I've heard of you, so that is good to meet you.
I'm quite a big fan of your Gristle here. Oh, she's such a wonderful adventurer, and we are just having such a great time. I'm learning so much.
Mm-hmm. Have you been eating enough pickled fish? Has she been sharing? She does not share very well sometimes. We tried to teach her. She was an only child. It was a real problem.
I've been starving.
Gristle, what did we tell you about sharing your pickled fish? It's good for the business. It's good for your friends.
I feel like everyone had their own rations and were all provided for with their own things that they had. I believe Thea over there with the...
Gristle, you keep getting it wrong. My name is Dee, and you're the leader, so you were the one that was telling us to share.
I don't like what is happening here at all.
I'm confused myself, Gristle.
Dee is a friend of Ingot's. Ingot is Ingot, and Ingot travels, sometimes with Dee here.
Exactly. Gristle, we've been together for almost 2 days now.
And not one pickled fish? This is, I just won't do. You say you travel a lot. Do you know what keeps well on the road? Pickled fish.
It's true. I do believe yeah, you just open them up and they stay good forever. I mean, they're great for traveling.
He leads you into it's a well-kept house. They keep it clean. It doesn't they do what they can, but of course they live sort of on a pickling compound, so there is a little bit of the sharp briny smell and the fish. You can't completely avoid it, but they do what they can, and it's actually quite pleasant in here. There is another. He's not quite as large and just absolutely ripped as Gristle Sr., but there's another man who is working in the kitchen, who waves and doesn't get involved in a very lengthy, weird, 2 NPC conversation where I have to play 2 different parts at the exact same time. And it gets just weird where I start talking to myself and who even wants that? But he's very pleasant, and they sit you down at a table. And before long, there are pickled fish just all over the table with crackers and bread and toast and stuff to eat with, and fruit and cheese.
So fancy.
All things that perfectly complement the pickled fish. I've never had pickled fish, so I'm just assuming things to eat with pickled fish. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's the truth. Pickles are good for any time. That's out of character.
Yeah, Ingot is going to town. Just mouthful after mouthful, loving it.
It's all very good. I mean, it's all good stuff. Gristle Sr. sits down at one point and says, so telling me about your adventures. I mean, things here are fine. Fish are being pickled. We could use some extra help, but obviously you have, big, important adventures to go on. So, I'm sure that, maybe after you're done with all of that, you come back and spend a few days here. Your fathers, they miss you sometimes. It's not all about work, but...
Well,
but
okay, well, Father, just so you know, the ventures never stop, and we are mid-adventure right now. We're just taking kind of a knee here, as they say, because we found some weird stuff, and not quite sure what it is, but maybe just keep your pickle warehouse really well secure nowadays. Okay.
Oh, do you have a basement here?
yes.
You should check it, Gristle, for any breaches. We don't need your father's fish picklery. Whew, that's hard to say.
Right.
To be also broken into, just like Tamily.
That is actually a very good point, intern. So, yes, fathers, I shall go to the basement of this new place that we've just invented, and I think I want to check it out just to be safe. Don't need accompaniment. I can do it all by myself. It's
You
totally
don't have to. We are fine here. We everything is fine. There's nothing in the basement. You don't have to act like a big hero to impress your friends. It's all fine.
I'm not acting like a hero, Father. I am one. We've gone on one half of the big adventure already, so basically at least I'm a full hero. Maybe these guys are quarter heroes.
How flammable are pickled fish?
Ingot says.
I don't think they're very flammable.
That would be good for whatever's in the
scientifically
basement.
Well, does anyone here need anything besides more rations while we're upside away from the scary maze of rats?
Honestly, some sleep.
Yes, perhaps a rest.
That'd be delightful.
What is going on with this one over here? Ingot is sidebar with Ingot.
Mm-hmm.
Ingot,
Yes.
you two seem real tight, real good buddies.
Yes.
Is there I don't know how to ask this without being rude. Is
Sure.
he playing a trick on me, or is this just a thing he does do because he cannot stop it?
Our mutual friend is very concerned about their privacy, and so while they have entrusted us with their identity, sometimes they put up walls when they are confronted with strangers.
It does feel a little bit like it's about me though, and making fun of me. So I'm just making sure. I don't know.
Ingot used to think so too, but this is Thee's way.
And how long would you say it took to go from Thee wants to annoy Ingot to Ingot and Thee are actually friends, where they stopped doing weird stuff like this around you?
Ingot does not know.
Okay, so this is a all the time thing, huh?
Welcome.
I don't want to go to this party, but all right. Thank you, Blingblot, for that.
You should be
riveting
honored that
conversation.
Thee has trusted you with their true identity.
Which one is that?
That is for you to decide.
No, I don't feel like that's okay. All right.
In the sidebar, I just want to have a moment of it's gonna be the weirdest thing, and I hope they bring it up to Gristle later. I want to talk to Gristle's dad about being a young aspiring adventurer who looks up to Gristle, and I was inspired by my parents in and Contra, and at some point I'm going to point out that my family name is Seption, so I am Deception. My dad's name is Inception. No, my dad's name is Contraception, and my mother's name is Inception.
This is this adventure thing. Is it Is it really? This seems awfully suspicious. Like, you're being paid? Is this a real job?
To be honest, I'm just a big fan of Gristle. But yes, I'm also being paid.
Okay. I mean, you're all adults. I guess we have to. I'm just, don't. I don't know. This all just seems like a lot.
I love your fish. And then I just go back to eating.
I would make my way over to Thee now. And try the fish as well. What does it taste like, Jim Jam?
It tastes like exactly like a pickled fish would taste.
Ah.
If you ate it, and it was but like really high quality, like premium pickled fish. This is the good stuff. This is the best pickled fish that you can get in all of Otari. Probably all of the whole island. This is probably the best.
Oh, this is big.
Pickled fish that you can get. They very clearly are doing well for themselves. I mean, it clearly sells pretty well because I mean, the whole compound they have is it's quite impressive. Really, it's pretty clear that Gristle. It starts to make sense. Like the super shiny heavy armor, the really great sword. Like, kind of get an idea where all that all came from.
This is quite delicious. Thee, what do you think?
I think it's actually. I think I really like this.
Really? Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I've had fish, never pickled before, but Gristle has good taste.
Well, yes, I would think so. Is Gristle coming over here?
Just in the background, Gristle is like observing.
Getting closer and closer.
Michelle was very suspicious also, but no, I think Gristle and Ingot are having their sidebar. It's fine.
What's your thesis coming together?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
How is your thesis coming together? Do you feel like you're getting ideas? Are you comfortable?
I think I'm still struggling quite a bit. I haven't landed on one concept, but I do have many. Do you want to hear?
Yes, please.
Okay, so one of them is following a mighty leader of an adventuring party and the adventures that ensue, which is why I found Gristle, and we are having mighty adventures. But then you did suggest that it might make for a great thesis to write about the art of healing and being a healer. But I do fear that others in my profession have probably written about themselves countless times, and perhaps I should write about something other than myself. And then there's also something that Ingot inspired, which is finding your own self and being proud of yourself and not needing anyone else's approval to be who you want to be. I resonated with that and thought that was quite lovely, but it was only recently that another idea came to be, and that is the need for kobolds to steal their fish versus learning to fish. And now I think I want to start a school where I can teach kobolds to fish so they no longer have to steal.
May I make a suggestion for your thesis?
Oh, yes, I shall take notes.
What if you combine it all for the unspoken stories of Otari?
Oh, I fear that would be a mighty long thesis, but I will write that down. Perhaps that's a great idea.
It's a great place to start, and it's, I'm sure, something no one else has really delved into. When you take the experiences from Gristle, the desperate need of the kobolds, and all of these new beautiful things like this pickled fishery. It's lovely.
Well, I do have something about Ingot, and I do have something about Gristle, and, well, myself, of course, but I'm curious, if I were to write a thesis about you, what would the topic be?
It would be Not all from Blood Cove desire blood.
Not all from Blood Cove desire blood. And now what does that mean?
Blood Cove is the home of a friend of mine.
Oh. Okay. And
I
where
lean
is
in,
this
I lean
Blood
in
Cove?
very close to Waverly. I come from a place called Blood Cove, where many are pirates, smugglers, and thieves. It is very far from here, but I came seeking entertainment. And then I look over at Gristle, and I have absolutely found it.
Oh, that is wonderful. Then you found your true path in life.
Yes. Yes, I did. Oh, and I would do this for years. I put another pickled fish in my mouth.
Well, now I do have something we can all write, that you can all be involved in my thesis, perhaps. I shall think on that. Thank you.
The pleasure is mine. I've sincerely enjoyed our time together. And that it's probably a genuine smile, and you can tell this time. It's not a facade. Even if he has his secrets, like, he does enjoy the companionship, even if he pretends not to.
Waverly didn't notice a difference regardless.
Perfect. That's for the crowd.
Right.
Oh, my heart's happy.
So you're fed. Gristle's parents seem more than happy to allow all of you just to spend the night. They offer to set up like a little slumber party with bedrolls in the living room if you want. They'll like make some popcorn and set out snacks for you.
Yes.
Snacks.
Explain that Gristle used to love having slumber parties with all of her friends all the time, and she
Oh,
would make
that
up
never
all these
happened.
stories about being a big hero.
Oh.
But otherwise, it's a very pleasant experience, a very pleasant evening. And if you have nothing else that you want to do in the middle of the night, you certainly would wake up the next morning feeling refreshed, feeling much the better for having taken this time on the surface, and possibly ready to get some vengeance on a certain Cinderette. But either way, knowing that there are dangers to take care of.
Before we leave, I do want to make sure that everyone in the party gets like a little promo pack of the Vanderript fishery logo. There's like stickers and like little like keychains and stuff. And...
Is it just like a fish with abs?
It's like it's an influencer box.
Yeah. So here you go, team. Thank you for having a stay at the Vanderript Fishery and Company, and make sure to tell your friends, since we're apparently giving you all these fish for free now.
You've all got like a week's worth of pickled fish in your inventory now.
Nothing to sneeze at.
And then I guess before we, as we leave, if we're doing that now, unless any of you guys want to do anything. Heinous. Okay. As everyone else walks off, I turn around and run back and I go, "Bye, Daddy. I love you. Bye. Sorry, that was so weird. It really, it was hard.
Visit more. Bring your friends.
It's hard.
Don't. I mean,
Really mean.
Stay safe.
Okay. I love you.
Don't worry about
bye.
you.
Okay. Bye. 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 Don't worry about me. I love you. Bye. And I leave.
All right. You head back out. Unless you have another destination, I assume you head back to the other fishery, the Tandervale fishery. Did you have something?
Double check the rope and things that we had used to scale down. That's all still set in place. We wouldn't have to replenish to be able to.
You guys still have all that stuff.
Just testing how kind you are as a GM, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. Yeah.
While we're still in the beginner box, I'm very nice.
Sure.
You get back down. Tamily is quite excited to see you. Opens up the basement once more. Apparently, she's keeping it locked all the time now to make sure that especially now that she knows that there's kobolds and a possibly real, maybe metaphorical baby down there. And you guys are free to explore the wilds beneath Otari once again. If you wanted to head right back to sort of, there was that sort of crossroads where on the second level, you could then proceed north back towards the where the Cinder Rat and the elemental shrine was, or you could turn and where the kobolds are sort of camped. You had an encounter with them after dealing with Boko not too long ago. So it's kind of up to you where you want to head to first.
I think as we're walking, we've kind of fallen into the same pattern of Waverly has the torch out and we're kind of in our marching order. Ingot is going to pull Waverly aside as it's a walk and talk.
Perhaps we should investigate this elemental shrine, even though that Cinder Rat was quite the adversary.
Oh, yes, I'm quite fascinated. I will do everything I can to help convince Gristle that we should go back.
And maybe the magic artifacts found could be useful in fighting a baby.
I definitely would hope so. But you never know unless we investigate. And unfortunately, I did not get a good enough look the last time we were in the room. So I am hoping that this time we could go in with a plan. And perhaps we'd be able to figure it out a little bit quicker.
Yes, Ingot is in favor of this. What is Waverly's plan?
Well, I'm not one for planning and coming up with the plans, but perhaps Gristle would have a plan. But I think it would be great if someone distracted the creature and I could sneak around to the back and try to investigate these ruins that it was guarding or being cast from. But I'm not quite good at sneaking, and also I have this lit torch.
Perhaps we could be a distraction.
Oh, yes. Perhaps if you can lure the rat into the water, perhaps the fire would go out.
Thee could also get from behind and sneak up on it.
Very easily. Yes.
Oh, hello.
I wonder if Thee could sneak around and I could cast a spell upon you, Thee, and then we could communicate through our minds, and then you could translate that information back to me.
Happily.
Oh, this
Gristle.
sounds like a fun plan.
We are planning.
What? Hello? What? You all are taking such a long time. You're walking so slow. What?
Oh.
What's happening?
Oh, we were just curious if you had a plan, and what it is, so that we can be prepared.
Oh, well, I think we can just skip the rat thing, huh? There wasn't anything cool in there at all.
Gristle, we humbly request
Humbly.
you would reconsider and perhaps would want to show us how mighty you are at slaying such beast. So that way we could further investigate the room.
I mean, that sounds not a bad idea also, but hey, didn't we have this whole conversation and I kind of came around to it that we're a team now and we have to communicate, so no secret planning, one. Also, if, Blingblot and Beverly, if you want to go back to the big rat thing, we just have to, and I don't feel strongly that we need to. Why don't we check in with Thee? What do you, D-Thee, whatever your name is now? What do you?
Oh, it's Thee. I was just telling your parents that because it was funny.
It's not funny to joke with someone's parents.
Do you ever joke with your parents?
That's not, I guess, what I meant when I said that. Someone else's parents is what I was trying to say.
Oh, I don't have parents. Besides the point. So I think we should go back. I think that there are interesting things there. I didn't get to look at them. The rat was disgusting. And I'm also a little petty that it almost killed us. I'm actually very upset about that.
Oh, that's right. This could be a plan of revenge. I like it.
Yes.
But let's not hey, everyone, if we could remember there's a whole get caught on fire by it and throwing up everywhere. So if we can try to avoid that thing, we can go straight to the glorious part where we beat it up.
Distance.
We did
Perfect.
learn a lot about it. Don't let it get close to you. And it does not like water. And, what else did we learn about it? Oh, it makes you feel quite sick.
Yes. So if we can do long range stuff, sounds good. I can throw some rocks at it, I guess. A lot of my stuff is oh, have a short bow. Okay, I'm fine.
Better than throwing rocks.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can throw rocks really hard. You don't know.
Oh, that's true.
All right. Well, if we are all in agreement, then as a team, we will go down to the burning rat thing for revenge.
For revenge.
Oh,
For
not for revenge for me.
3/4 revenge is close.
Semi
1/4 research or something.
Information.
Okay.
All right. So you make your way north from the very first chamber at the bottom of the stairs leading down to the second level of these ruins beneath Otari. Before long, you're sludging through some ankle-deep water, just like you recall. And up ahead, you can see where it's going to open up into this chamber where all these mysterious glowing orbs are. And you don't see the cinder rat from where you are, but you recall that it was a crafty little guy, and you know that it had sort of like sought cover after it became clear that you guys were gonna sort of hide in the water and it wouldn't have a chance to get to you. So you know that it still might be in there somewhere, or you do see, you remember that it sort of formed out of nothing. Perhaps it's gone and won't return until you enter the chamber. Who knows? But either way, you don't see it from where you are. What do you guys do?
I think
you
this
think-
is. We will sneak. We'll start going in stealth
okay.
mode.
I would be
No.
looking around the room at the pillars. Were they pillars? Sorry.
There were sort of like pedestals where these orbs were.
I would be
If
very
you-
much in.
If you guys are trying to stealth on forward, why don't you go ahead? In fact, you know what? Because we're going to get into it real soon, why don't you all roll? If you want to be stealthy, we'll roll initiative, and you can use stealth as your initiative roll, if that is your intent.
Otherwise, could we just use perception like a
You
regular?
can, yeah. If you don't want to try to be sneaky, you
Because-
can just use perception. That's all good.
21.
Wow.
21
So
for weak.
sneaky.
But if I used stealth, it would have been 14.
Mhm.
21 because I'm using stealth.
Ooh.
Inga got a 19 with perception.
Now-
Oh,
Check,
I was
Crystal.
gonna say if we don't do that, then we're not being stealthy.
Oh.
So what you actually still do have the option to move stealthily on your turn. You move at half speed, but you can basically still roll, like you can still move stealthily using stealth checks. It's just you're not going to use that for your initiative roll.
Okay.
If you don't want to.
Then I will not use stealth and use my regular proficiency perception and get 17.
17. Nice. All right. Thee, you would actually be first up. You see that some of your other companions are moving cautiously, perhaps not nearly as skillfully as you would, but they're trying their best not to be seen or heard. What do you want to do?
I want to try going into the room to at least get eyes on this creature if
Okay.
it's like hiding somewhere.
Sure. I would say moving stealthily, you could get into the room. You could get into the room where you would actually be able to see everything with 2 actions
Cool.
if you want to stealth.
Perfect. I'm gonna do it.
All right, roll a stealth check for me.
All right. That's better. That is 23.
23, very nice. You get into the room and you can see that in the southwestern corner, sort of like almost like it was sleeping, but lying there is this flaming rat with the smoke billowing off of its. It does not appear to have noticed that you've entered the room,
Okay.
so it is currently unaware of you. but it is there. You can see it now.
And it is. So it's not sleeping, but it is in the corner.
No, it's basically just lounging there. Yeah.
Okay. While I have this opportunity, I want to look at one of the pedestal things at least to like see if there's any writing on it.
Sure. With a cursory glance, without any sort of action, investment, or skill needed, there does not appear to be any writing or symbols. The pedestals themselves seem to be simply there to hold these weird, pulsing, glowing orbs. One of them, again, is made of it looks like roiling stone that is constantly shifting. The other one is a glassy sphere that is filled with this cloud.
Do I attack this thing or not?
That's the question.
Trick.
I guess if you're if you're getting a stealth attack and it's very good, like you can maybe two-shot this thing, then yes. But I'm not sure.
I think I'm gonna try it.
We're stronger now. You can do it.
You can do it.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna, and with my quick draw, I'm going to pull out my bow and attack in a single action.
New skills.
All right. So then this. Oh, that is a.
Well, it still does have the smoke. So your first roll will be the concealment check, and then your second roll is the attack. So
that's
remember,
fine.
it's a DC 5 flat check.
Yes. Well, that is a 14.
All right. So you pass concealment. Now it's attack roll, and it is flat-footed.
Okay. Oh, that's even better. I'm glad you had me do that. So that's.
Get it.
26.
Woo.
26. Because this creature is flat-footed. That's a critical hit.
Oh yeah.
One smooth motion, the bow comes off the back, the arrow fits right onto the string, flies true, smacks this creature right in its gut.
And it's
deep
silent.
in the belly.
Oh, this is a lot of dice because this is the sneak attack die, and then the deadly D10.
That's right, sneak attack and the deadly. Remember, you get to double the weapon damage, and the sneak attack dice are doubled because it's a critical hit. Your deadly die, though, it just gets tacked on to that.
Got it.
It's still going to be a lot of dice.
6. 12,
It's a full damage pool.
12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 8, 24.
Wow.
24 piercing.
Yeah, that arrow flies true and sinks deep into this creature, and you guys now, even back in the corridor, hear this inhuman shriek as your arrow strikes. Very, very true. That was a devastating blow. However, that was also your third action, because you used 2 actions to get into position, 1 action to draw and fire.
Yep.
That ends your turn and takes us to Waverly. Definitely worth it. Oh yeah, for sure. Waverly, it is your action.
You know it.
No, Waverly's gonna we couldn't really see it happen, could we?
You can see Thee. You can't see into the room really, but you see Thee just like he gets something good. Yeah, you hear it shrieking now. It cries out. You can hear this thing. Rage and pain in the room.
They'll pacify.
I'm gonna
Pacify.
gonna hold.
That's the code word.
You know what? Thee looks like he's got it. He doesn't even need you.
I'll just hold the torch up for him just to make sure that he can see properly and.
Hey, what more could a guy ask for?
Perfect.
What more could a guy ask for? We're about to find out, because it is now the Cinderrat's turn. The Cinderrat is incredibly upset. It leaps to its feet with 1 action, strides across the room, and then tries to leap up onto Thee. And its jaws wide. It is not happy.
Oh no.
Come down, snap down with a total of 21 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
All right. So as the teeth sink into your flesh, you note that there is, it doesn't actually pierce you. It's just this fire that burns. catching the sleeve of your tunic on fire as well. You take you take 8 points of damage now, and you are on fire, taking persistent fire damage, which again gets resolved at the end of every one of your turns.
That's right.
So,
Got it.
that's so good.
Worth it.
But unfortunately, because I had to get up and do all that, that was all 3 of its actions. And we go to Ingot next. You can see this creature because it is right next to Fee. It's got this arrow sticking out of it, and it's like dripping this weird like magma blood all over the ground beneath it.
Ingot is going to rustle in his pouch and pull out some new stones that he has, and he holds in his hand. I can use it with d20s, like in between his fingers, and you see them start to glow with like a bright white light. And as he lets them go, he's casting a new spell, Magic Missile.
Yeah.
Ooh, a classic.
So I'm gonna use 2 actions on this one.
Okay.
So it automatically hits, and I do 2d4 plus 1 plus 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage right at it.
What do your magic missiles look like? I'm always interested to know if wizards have if some wizards have their own special ones. Like
Yeah, so
how
it's
do they manifest?
these bright stones that he had in his fingers and is channeling the energy into it. They get white hot with energy, and they just fly out from his fingers and then dart towards the enemy.
Nice. They explode into this creature. Automatic hits, so no need to worry about the concealment. An excellent choice against a creature like this. You do have 1 action left, if you would like to.
In that action, Ingot is going to take a moment to look at the circling orb with the wind in it, or the cloud rather, and he's going to use his new action of quick identification with an Arcana check to see if he can
Sure, make an Arcana check.
figure out more about it. Yes, a 26.
26. You know enough to know that this place is dedicated to elemental power. It is very likely that it was built as a way to channel that type of energy, and those who wish can tap into it, very likely granting themselves boons related to the power that they choose.
Oh,
Got it.
cool. I get it now.
And that's Ingot's turn.
Hey, an excellent turn. Gristle, you're last but not least. What do you do?
I rush forward for revenge.
Oh,
For vengeance!
How far away am I from?
Well, if you're not making any attempts to be sneaky, you could get there with 1 action. If you want to try to be sneaky, you would use 2 actions.
Okay, I use 1 action. Then
Rushing forward.
I rush forward. I draw my blade and I just scream about, what did we say? Revengeance. I'm going to just try to hit for 1. Oh, no, I have to draw my blade, so that's 1 action.
Yeah, you moved, 1 action move, 1 action draw, 1 action
And then
strike.
so I get 1 hit. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm in this for meleeing it. Okay, here we go. So this is a 19 to hit.
19 does it.
Oh,
yes.
Thank goodness
The great
gracious.
sword coming in. Well, hold on. So 19, sorry, that would have been
Oh,
the
the
concealment
concealment.
check.
Yeah, stupid
You
concealment.
have to pass. You have to actually do the attack roll.
I
as
feel like I
well.
can really see it though. I know it really well.
But I feel like I know where it is.
Hold on, I just lost my d20. This always happens when I can't reach it. It's too far away.
Oh no, floor dice.
Fine, I have like a whole box of stuff happening. Okay. Oh, net 20.
Okay.
Better.
Okay.
Excellent.
I mean, look, we can go through the rigmarole of rolling the damage because some people just love to know how badly they've killed something. But between the brutal assault from your other companions, I can tell you, I don't think it's possible for you not to kill this thing. So you tell me.
Well, I did roll my dice twice just to check, and I did roll on my d12 a 12 and a 10 plus 3.
Yeah.
So I rush forward, screaming about revengeance, which is not a word, but I don't know that. And I want to I throw my sword down into like its throat, and I just pull down, and now it's a half rat.
Ooh.
It's a half
There's
rat.
blood everywhere. I'm covered in
Magma.
blood.
Covered in blood. Very quickly, this creature just dissolves into a mess of smoke that drifts up into the ceiling and dissipates. is completely and utterly obliterated. Thea, you are still on fire. So
Yeah,
if
I'm
there's
gonna
anything
run
you'd like to
into
do
that
about
water.
that. Yeah,
Gonna-
so you just roll around in the water, which would douse the flames.
The
without
worst part
any...
is there's probably a moment when like I'm on fire, but I'm just in awe of like Gristle decimating.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wait.
Like there's a good beat where there's total silence and we're all like breathing heavy as it dies, and then we all realize that Thea's still on fire. Oh no!
So you douse the flames very
Can hear
quickly.
it.
I'm gonna run right over to these pedestals.
Yes,
where Ingot
indeed.
is.
Yeah.
Ingot's at like the smoke one, right?
Yeah, and he'll explain it.
This seems to be an elemental orb granting some sort of boon.
Wow. Did you look at that one over there?
Not yet.
Oh, she'll scurry over there, and she would like to sort of investigate that.
Sure. I mean, they both would very clearly serve almost identical purposes. It looks like one obviously would have a connection to elemental powers of earth. The other would have a connection to the elemental powers of air. Water appears to have shattered some time ago, which is accounts for all the water spilled out on the ground. And fire was either corrupted or a guardian of this shrine, or some for whatever reason. That's the cinder rat was a manifestation of the former fire orb. So there's just these two left.
Is it something we can physically take?
It does look like, yeah. I mean, they look like they have a physical presence.
As Ingot starts to slowly reach out towards the cloud-based one, he sort of takes his moment, looks over at Waverly with the rock-based one, and just says,
Swapsies.
Oh,
and then he sort of shuffles over there. He's like,
oh, okay.
and he's trade places.
All right, so now we've got Ingot over by the Earth one, and Waverly.
This feels
by the
right.
one.
Oh, I get it. Oh, okay.
Katie, you're actually confused.
I get it now. Got it. I like her things too, but
Right.
okay. So
And
this
then
is us. So
we
then
reach
we look
out.
at each other. We're just like,
And we touch the orbs,
There we go. That's what every GM loves to hear.
right?
Touch the orbs. All right. As
Uh-oh.
soon as you touch your orb, Waverly, the cloud within begins to almost flow, almost as if the glass was like a membrane, and it flows through this glass into your arm, and you hear a voice that says, "Call upon the wind to gain a blessing and soar through the sky." Anytime within the next day, you can spend one action to call upon the wind.
I shouldn't have swapped.
Your next action, you can fly with a fly speed of 40 feet. However, you have to end your movement on solid ground. And if you don't, you will stop
Unless-
flying. Either way, you'll stop flying. You want to be on the ground when that happens.
Unless there's
wait,
a
at the end of
body water.
each turn, is that what you said?
No, it's basically for one action, it allows you to fly for 40 feet. So it gives you like one, it's almost like a leap rather than flying.
So I would have to spend all 3 actions to remain flying?
No, you can't remain flying. So you use one action to activate your power, and then your next action would be to move, but you move through the air.
Got it.
And then you land, and then you have your third action to do whatever you want with.
Okay. I can fly.
And then a similar thing happens over with Ingot. This like roiling muddy earth just flows into your hand, and you hear a voice that says, "Call upon the earth to gain its strength." During the next day, you can spend one action to activate this boon.
Okay.
All of your melee strikes deal 2 extra points of damage until the start of your next turn.
Oh, shoot.
Ingot feels strong.
Ingot's power grows.
Did you two find some cool nerd stuff over there, or what's
Oh,
going
yes. Very cool.
Ingot loves magic.
on? Yeah, I know. I don't know why you're saying that again, but well, we did a great job, team. Good effort by everybody here. Beverly, you're still holding that torch, so not sure why you stealthed in, but you know, we did our best, all of us individually and together.
But you, Gristle, were incredible. And those arrows were just remarkable.
So fast.
Thank you. I'm trying to emphasize my teamwork.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, that's a very nice turn for you then, Thee.
We recognize it then.
Yes.
We see you, I think is what we're saying.
But next, is it kobold time?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Or baby time. I don't know. I'm a little confused about the order things are going to happen in from now on. I mean, we kind of didn't see a fire rat in our future, and here we are. But yes, baby, kobolds, maybe just more barrels of fish. Let's party, adventure onward. Not party onward, that's something.
Party on, Wayne.
To do it.
No.
Ooh, before I leave, I do take like just like a rectangle of fur off the rat, and I just like wear it like it's like my cool shawl now. It is bloody. I'm just covered in blood. I smell weird. I feel real cool though. I take some blood and I make like a on my face, like a design on my face.
Nice. Indeed, it looks cool, but it smells weird.
That's right. That's Gristle in a nutshell.
Okay, so you head back to there was the if you're making your way back towards the kobold central, that takes you through that room where you remember there was the mermaid fountain.
Right.
That was mysteriously clean, but there's really no reason for that.
That's right, pristine.
We investigated the shit
water
out of it.
for no reason. North from that room was the little like warren where most of the kobolds were living. They no longer are living. It looks like there is just
they're
blood
living in another reality.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. They were removed from this world.
This world. That's what it was.
Put in a different world.
Yes. Thank you.
And you know that there is a corridor that leads north from that room, but you had turned back from here to go back and investigate that shrine. So it is now up to you how to proceed.
I feel like we should go just like out of character. I feel like we should go just back up through the room. Yeah, that north door.
To the northern door. So we could be in our formation going through.
Okay, we go through the north door. I have to roleplay that.
When you say your formation,
sorry.
Just give me an idea of.
Where Waverly would usually be with Gristle, I think Waverly is right with Ingot, and they're kind of like
looking at our
nerding
new toys.
out.
Yeah.
That's good. And I think Gristle will be trying to be friendly with Thee. I don't know if Thee's having it right now, but we'll see.
No, you know what? He probably is. He's probably like, why did they get shiny things? Why didn't we get anything?
First of all, we got the glory of battle. Did you notice those two didn't basically do anything in that last fight? Come on.
The glory of battle doesn't make us fly or hit harder.
It makes our spirits
Be
soar.
fair. Can
Screw
you
spirits.
do that?
Did you not tell us?
No, I don't think so.
Ingot does feel strong.
Well, they touched things and then didn't give us a chance to see what it was. There was
It's
no
true.
communication.
And
She
they were-
keeps
yeah.
talking on and on and on about conversation and then went and just touched something and then hasn't told us what it did.
Yeah,
that just
totally.
seems rude.
Yeah,
I think her
uh-huh.
thesis should be about being a jerk.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, hold on.
I'm just hurt because I'm a thief who didn't get to
Gristle
steal
was on
things.
board for a second there. Well, Thee, so you got we're a team now, so you have to share. And they touch the shiny things, and they're magic people, so you have to let the magic people have their little nerd time, or else they run out of magic and they get sad. So.
That has literally nothing to do with sharing. Your whole point falls apart very quickly.
Oh, but we can't share I mean, I don't think we could have gotten that. Oh, can you do magic? Wait, what?
That's irrelevant.
Okay.
Nobody asked.
Oh.
I just wanted to be asked, Gristle.
Oh, I see. I get it. You want to be part of something. I feel that. I felt that way my whole life. So here we are.
Are you okay?
Huh? Yeah. I'm just covered in blood. I'm great.
This question will probably not come up again. Do you want a hug?
No, I'm feeling like really awesome about. Oh, you mean like a victory hug? I pull you over and I do the slapping thing.
You know, like what that moment when like a kid gets picked up and they're just not fighting it, so they kind of just like not necessarily
Ragdoll?
dead weight, but yeah, ragdoll.
Yeah.
And then it's just I feel like you needed this more than me. Okay, sure.
When I let go, Fee is covered in half of the blood that I was on me.
Gross.
Neat.
So good.
Okay. And we keep walking down the hall.
Okay. Hey.
I'm gonna start stealthing.
Oh, our formation. We forgot. What were we doing?
Oh,
Formation?
yeah. Suddenly role play.
I guess I'd be in
The middle, right?
the
'Cause
middle-ish. Who scouts?
Waverly and Ingot would be in the front with the light and
The light, yeah.
dark vision.
Okay.
And Fee, you're next to me or behind me?
I'll probably be like very close behind stealthing.
Does anybody else have any? Remember those exploration activities you can be doing? So,
Right.
because Thee's avoiding notice. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to be doing as you're moving
Here's
forward?
my die.
It looks dark in the room, right? Or the
Yeah,
tunnel?
it looks. This area does not look like the kobolds cared about having light at all.
Gotcha.
Waverly's distracted talking about magic.
Yeah, I guess Ingot is too.
Okay, that's fine. No
We
worries.
knows nothing.
Yeah.
Can I hustle?
Oh,
haven't tried
If you
this.
did, you would then move faster than the rest of your companions, so you would arrive way before them.
Mhm.
So it's kind of if you're the only one hustling, it becomes a problem.
Yeah, then yeah, that's true. I'm probably gonna die again, and I don't want to be a burden. Okay, I want to follow the expert of Fee and do what he's
Okay.
doing.
So you are trying to avoid notice, and that lets your stealth check get a little bit of a bump because of Thee's expertise. So Thee, at this point, you notice that Gristle like keeps looking at you and is trying to move exactly like you are. It's kind of probably a little disconcerting, but
It's like a
After the
stage
hug,
mom.
After that hug, Thee genuinely feels like Gristle needs this, so he's just like,
I think Gristle just like a little, just you can see inside Gristle's mind right now. Fee and Gristle just had this like this very like violent thing that we both did to this thing we hated, and like I thought that brought us together as best friends. So I think we're like really good friends now. That's what's happening here.
Instant friends.
Yeah, we killed the same thing. So I'm doing that now.
So from Thee and from Gristle, I would love to get a stealth check. And Gristle, because you're following Thee's example, you can add your level as a bonus to this skill check, even if you are not trained.
So
in it.
2.
Yep, you get an additional +2 bonus.
Okay.
And then Jim Jam, I think I can tie an exploration activity. Since we're talking about magic and really examining these things, I could potentially be detecting magic as well. So I'll just extend Ingot's vision from looking at this magic to generally.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Detecting magic, stealthing along, talking about orbs and boons and elemental shrines. I will say that as you are getting closer and closer to this unknown area, you're starting to pick up some magic in the area.
Oh, Ingot stops and holds up his hand to like stop everybody.
Ingot is detecting magic.
Is it the magic within yourself?
It is new magic.
And he'll pull out his little crystal that he looks through. Can he pinpoint sort of where the source is?
No, as a cantrip, detect magic allows you to sense the presence or absence of magical auras, but it doesn't really give you that fine, like honed in. This is exactly what the magic thing is. There are other more advanced things that you can do with it later on.
Copy. So yeah, I'll keep it up and active, and then slowly move forward.
All right, slowly moving forward. Before too long, you come to a chamber that is split by a gaping pit the bottom of which is covered in a conspicuous pile of bones. On the far side of this pit, a ledge overlooks the pit, and atop the ledge there is a great stone throne, looking quite out of place in this otherwise sparse and rough stone room. A robed kobold with a crown of fish bones sits upon the throne, and his eyes go wide when he sees, at first really, he really only sees Waverly and Ingot. Intruders, betrayers, murderers. Boko comes to me and speaks of friends. He tells me you offer kobolds truce, a new path to live in harmony, giving gold, becoming stronger. I am skeptical, but he tells me of how you let him go when you could have killed him. He convinces me a new dawn is possible, so I send him back to bring you here, so we can make peace and enter a pact of cooperation and mutual growth. And then you kill Boko. You kill all kobolds. And now I am filled with despair and hate. How foolish Zolgran was to trust the surface dwellers. And now we are enemies forever. And at this point, 2 more kobolds jump out of the shadows, rushing for you with spears drawn, and it is time to roll initiative.
Good lord. We really messed that one up.
Yeah.
So bad.
Eh.
I yell, it was an accident.
Yeah.
Just the first death, not the rest of them.
Thea and Gristle, you can both roll stealth for initiative because you were avoiding notice. By the way, I don't know that I got your stealth checks earlier for avoiding notice too. So what was?
Oh,
what
mine was
like?
18.
18. Okay.
I didn't know if you rolled them for us or not.
17.
17 and 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And then initiatives. Waverly.
18.
18 for Waverly. Ingot.
8.
Oh no.
Yeah. This is surprised everyone.
Thea.
25.
Okay.
Let's go. 15 plus that 10. Stealth.
Yeah.
Gristle.
That's a 13. My stealth is 1, so. But I feel like I would still keep copying Thea.
I'm okay
I
with
like it. So, Thea and Gristle, you notice that it does look like the kobold atop the throne has noticed all of you, but his 2 little minion kobolds have not. Thea, you are actually going to be the first one to go.
Cool.
And regardless, because you rolled stealth for initiative, even though the robed kobold has spotted you, they are still flat-footed to you because of your cool rogue ability. So it's your action. You're up first, man.
Is the one of the throne within 60 feet?
Let's find out. We are actually going to be on roll 20 for this one, and currently that kobold is in a direct line, 40 feet, but they're on this ledge, so they're also raised up. So we're going to call it, 45 feet, let's say.
Cool. All right.
Now, keep in mind there is also this pit in the middle of the room that provides a little bit of a barrier for those of you who are going to be moving around a bit.
I ain't messing with that. Short bow. And seeing that he notices me, I'm just gonna wink and then I'm gonna fire.
All right. Firing on poor old Zolgran, who just wanted to have mutual understanding and growth with the humans.
Oh no.
Yeah. So that's a dirty 20. 20 total.
Dirty 20 is a hit.
Yes. All right. So, and since he is flat-footed and has not acted, well, since he has not. Yes, because of the smuggler. That is 7 piercing total.
Oof, 7 points of damage. Takes the arrow. Looks like it hurts, but this is a tough old kobold. Still
That's
on her
fine.
feet.
Just for flair, I'm gonna take a second shot, but at one of the ones on like one of the normal kobolds.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it the one that's in between the leader and the other kobold, like at the bottom of the steps.
Gotcha.
All right. So then that is with a penalty. That's a 18 to hit.
18, and this creature is flat-footed, so that is definitely gonna do it.
All right. That is 6 piercing damage.
Another arrow comes in. This kobold cries out in pain. It doesn't even know where the arrow came from.
That's funny. I'm gonna move behind Waverly and Gristle, just so that I don't want them to see me. So I want people in between me.
You just take a step, shifting just a little bit.
Yep. Just in case.
All right. Excellent use of your turn. Waverly, you're up next.
Could you just quickly explain, if I were to call upon the wind, how many actions that's gonna zap from me?
It would take you 1 action to activate the ability, and then your next action would be to move. So you would use up a total of 2 actions, but you would get to fly 40 feet any direction you want.
Okay, but I don't have to spend an action to land?
Nope. You just need to make sure that you are landed when your movement stops. You don't want to stop in the air.
Got it. Okay. I would like to... Waverly will kind of look at Ingot and like kind of give a nod, and then she's gonna whisper under her breath, "I would like to call upon the wind." And she kind of waits for something to happen.
Indeed, as you do, this like swirl of air just comes up all around you, momentarily blowing your clothes and hair all over the place, but then settling around your feet, which now glow, and you like hover just an inch above the ground now.
And I'm gonna fly over. I'd like to fly behind the leader guy.
Okay.
And kind of land a little bit behind this there's kind of like a rock crevice to hide behind. I'd kind of like to land over there and be a little hidden.
Sure.
Cover.
Maybe don't know where I went.
Sure, yeah. Well, I mean, they definitely see you. I mean, like,
Fly.
You're a flying priest holding a torch. Going through, like, they know where you went.
No, I dropped the torch. I dropped the torch.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna drop the torch, and
Okay.
because that's a free action. But my last action, I will raise my shield.
All right, you raise up your shield. Actually, a very important question. Did you drop the torch after flying or before flying?
Is it important?
Important because
Apparently.
either you have the light and you can see, or your friends have the light and they can see. One of those 2 things is true.
I brought the torch.
Oh, good. So you can see.
Yep.
You guys, the rest of you, because Waverly has left you with the torch in her hands, you all, it gets a little bit darker. It is quite dark in this room now, especially since she has gone into the next room. You could like see a little bit of glow, but otherwise this room is dark. When things are dark, you can still make out shapes, like you can sort of see what's going on, but just keep in mind that there is now a DC 10 flat check to target any creature, unless you are Ingot, who has dark vision.
And everything's in black and white in dark vision in Pathfinder, which is cool.
Yeah. You got black and white vision.
Yeah.
However, Waverly, that ends your turn. That uses up all 3 of your actions. You are in the
I
next
thought you were
room.
gonna say something else, like, however, Waverly
Yeah.
died.
Not just yet. Not just yet.
Forever.
No, indeed, this robed kobold stands up and brings her hands up before her eyes and begins twisting her claws in an arcane pattern. And you see 1, 2, 3 glowing balls of pulsing blue light appear.
Oh, no.
And she just throws all 3 of them at you, Thee. You, Thee. And they swirl about each other, all striking you unerringly as if there was no possibility they could have missed. An ability that you saw recently used with a different flair, but same ultimate effect. These bolts of force strike you. You take 11 total points of damage as all 3 strike. But that was all 3 of her actions devoted to destroying you. And that is all she can do. Next up in the order is Gristle. It is very dark in this room, but you're Gristle. Do you even need to see to win? That's what it, that's the real question.
I just need my fighting spirit. The check is a D. What is it?
It's DC 10 flat check if you want to target anything that you cannot see, which is everything right now.
But walking is cool?
Walking is cool. I mean, in my opinion, if it's totally dark and there's a pit in the middle of the room, I would love a check just to see if you stumble into the pit, especially since there's not a lot of room to skirt it, but...
We don't have a lot of good history with cliffs and things.
Or we have great history with it.
Right.
Yeah, one of those two things. Which one is it? I guess before Waverly floated off into the air and could fly now for some reason, I would have seen that there was a pit. So
yeah, you're aware of it. Yeah, it's not, yeah.
I guess I'm going to try to move as far forward as I can.
Okay.
Carefully, or hugging the left wall.
Sure. So I'll tell you this. You could move at half speed very, very carefully and avoid the pit entirely. No chance that you would fall in because you did see it. You're being very careful, but you move at half speed. If you want to move at your full speed, I would say you need to make a reflex save as you pass the pit to see if maybe you stumble a bit.
Oh man. How far? How do I check the distance again? Sorry.
Your
1,
move
2,
speed
3,
should
4,
be
5.
listed on your.
I'm 20. I can move 25, and I think
looks like you're 25 away.
I see. Okay, I'm gonna just go for it. I'm gonna do that check. Whatever. I'm gonna move normal speed. Just blast on through there.
Blast on through there, the true Gristle way.
Yeah.
And
move yourself to where you'd like to be, and then why don't you move yourself to your aspiration,
Okay.
and then go ahead and roll a reflex save and see where you actually end up.
Blurp. What do I add to reflex? Is it up here somewhere?
There should be a.
I see it. I see it now. I have a really good reflex. I have +7. I didn't even look at that number before agreeing to do this.
Yeah.
So I got.
nimble.
That means I got a 25.
Nice. It's the pickled
Okay,
fish.
yeah. I mean, Gristle blast through, and the confidence was well earned. You managed to, without even being able to see the pit, you just instinctively feel the room around you and get to where you wanted to go with a single action, leaving you right in front of one of these kobolds. You have 2 actions left.
My sword is already drawn, so
Yeah.
I will. Ooh. Hey, question about my new skill. Brutish shove. So I have to already have hit something first.
Yes.
And then I can't shove backwards, can I? It's only a shove forwards.
No, you can only shove in a yeah, you wouldn't be able to you wouldn't be able to do the cool thing that I know you want to do,
Right.
which is pick up the kobold and throw it in the pit behind you. You can only push it away from you in a direct line.
I aspire to one day be able to do that judo thing where you
Yeah.
grab them by the shirt like and roll into your back and throw them backwards, but I'll
So-
get that at level 3 probably. I'll regular hit this Cobalt with my power attack then, using 2 actions.
Okay. The first thing you'll need to do is a flat check. DC is 10, so you need 10 on the die or higher because it's dark and you can barely see.
Do you have to do it twice or just once?
Just once because you're just using one. It's 1 attack even though it's 2 actions.
I rolled a 2.
Oh
So you swing with all your might, and you thought the kobold was there, but it was just a shadow. It was just a rock.
It's a flat check with no additions?
No additions. That's right. That's what a flat check
I was
is.
just checking.
Flat on the die.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do nothing.
You thought it was the kobold, but it was just a rock.
Mm-hmm.
Your sword slams into the stone, clanging uselessly off of it. Unfortunately, using up both of your actions, but
That's
missing.
fine. I yell, Waverly Beverly!
Waverly Beverly, your friends need you. It is now the kobold's, the minion's turn, and the minion 1 has a target right in front of him. he's gonna just stab forward with his spear. That is going to be a 19 to hit you, Gristle.
Does it meets? Does it still hit?
That meets. That goes to the attacker. So that is gonna hit you. Kobold strikes true, stabbing you. You couldn't see it. You thought it was over here, but it was over there. It stabs you.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take 7 points of piercing damage.
It's fine. I have 32 hit points. I'm great.
You say now.
I say that now, and 2 rounds from now, I will not be saying that.
The very next thing this kobold is gonna do is actually scamper away from you, putting some distance between it and you. It knows that you're a better fighter. It knows it doesn't want to stand toe-to-toe.
Oh, but it's leaving.
Oh yeah.
It does leave the square, which does threaten. You do get an attack of opportunity. However, again, these creatures have an ability that lets them scamper away very quickly, increasing their armor class against attack of opportunity. So you can still take it, but it does get a little boost, and you still need to pass that DC 10 flat check.
Oh, okay, so I rolled a 15 first for the flat check.
Okay. So now you just roll an attack.
That is a holy god, 24 to hit.
Okay. Yep. Even with my little boost, that's gonna be a hit.
Right, and that hit is a 8 total.
Nice.
8 points of damage. Trying to get away, and I still got burned. All right.
I heard its footsteps in the wind.
Ah,
That's right.
Ooh, you
heard it
closed your
moving
eyes.
around. The other
Luke
kobold
Skywalker.
is just going to move so that it's still got the pit between it and most of your companions, and it sees Ingot over there.
Uh-oh.
And it actually, instead of trying to stab anybody, he's going to throw that spear. Throws it forward right at Ingot, hoping to catch him. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
No, Ingot has an AC of 15.
Ooh, stabbing. 5 points of piercing damage.
Gotcha.
Now he doesn't have a weapon, so he draws a short sword, and then that's it. Throws a spear, moves, throws a spear, draws a short sword. That is their turns over. Ingot, it's up to you.
Looking down at this spear and just he takes off this pink crystal and pulls the leather band at his side and starts grating it again, and you can see that he's just frustrated as this sparkly pink dust starts to form, and he blows it across the canyon, or the little pit at the kobold, and casting sleep.
Oh no, I don't like that.
So
I don't like
make
sleep.
a will save.
It's a 14, which doesn't feel like it's going to do it.
That is a failure. So on a failure, the creature gains the unconscious condition. If it's still unconscious after 1 minute, it wakes up automatically.
I don't like it. All right, this kobold gets a good hit in, but then falls asleep.
And then Ingot is going to move up here.
Okay. You can see just fine, so
Right.
definitely no problem for you moving around the pit.
Moving around the outside edge towards
Yep.
the sleeping kobold.
Yeah, you get right up to it without a problem.
That's all 3 actions, though.
Okay. Fee, you're up next.
Okay. So the shape of the kobold on the throne hasn't moved.
No, it used all 3 of its actions to cast that spell.
Okay.
Right where it was.
So I'm gonna try to shoot at it with my bow. So I'm gonna make the flat 10 check.
Okay.
That's an 11. Oh my god.
You did it. You did it.
I hate this place. So my attack, that's 15 plus 8. So that's 23.
And that will do it.
All right.
Now this creature is no longer flat-footed because it's acted and it sees you.
Yep.
But you still deal damage.
So that is 4 piercing.
Ooh.
Gonna use my second action to take a second attack. So rolling the 10 again.
Same target?
Yep. That's a 5. So I actually am gonna go wide on that one.
Yep. Arrow just goes sailing.
So here's my question. Is
Okay.
there any way that I can try to hide in this back corner where I'm at?
Yeah, absolutely. You could basically, I would say you definitely have enough cover around you with the stones and everything. You could actually just use your third action to make a new stealth check. And if you succeed against their perception DC, then you are hidden.
I would love to do that because I am
right.
not good.
Go ahead.
Oh, right.
stealth
Oh,
roll me.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I got hit with the lizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 22.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
You basically take your third action to duck into the rocks, hoping that you can lose your opponents. Because again, yeah, you aren't feeling too good. You're pretty sure that they don't, they can't spot you from where you currently
Go for
are.
Gristle,
You
go
think
for
you're good.
Gristle, go for Gristle, go for Gristle.
You think you got them. Excellent use of your turn. Waverly. You can see just fine. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna take a little 5-foot step out so that I am not hidden behind this pillar.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna reach out and I would like to cast upon the kobold on the throne command.
Yes.
Command. Now,
is
the
an-
question is, how nice am I going to be? Because there's this big old rock. Does that rock block line of sight from where you're standing? I think it does. I think it would block line of sight to this guy. So a 5-foot step isn't going to get you to where you need to be. Still can't quite see the kobold. You can see the one down below, and you would have a line of sight to the one that's up in the northwest
because I
corner.
didn't know that, can I retract my 5-foot step?
I mean, Waverly wouldn't know when she steps out.
Oh,
I'll let you
such a
I'll let
bad-
you retract the 5-foot step. Yeah, you can move a full action if you want to.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay, all right.
But I can't see him. Oh wait. Sorry. Yes, I'd like to retract the 5-foot step to
Okay.
go closer. Can I see him
Yeah.
there?
I don't know where there is. No, you would have to. If you could just one more square to the north, and I'd give you a line of sight.
I'm scared. Okay, I'll do it.
All right, now you can see it. Now you can see it there on the
But
throne.
he doesn't see me because the rock's right there. I would
You are
only want to
holding a
peek out.
torch. He is bathed in the
No.
light of the torch you are holding.
No, dude,
So stealthy.
it's fine. And I try to cast command. Yay!
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
Cast command. I will make a will save.
Please.
Please fail. Crit fail, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a nat 20.
No.
That is a natural
The
20.
heck?
This thing is willful, and I got a good roll on that. That makes a total 27.
Wow, you suck,
That's
Jim
a critical
Jam. Wow, I'm pretty sure that was 2 actions. So I just stand there like, hi.
And for the record, yes, it now definitely sees you and notices you and is well aware of you and hates you. Doesn't like you at all. It blames you specifically for betraying the other kobold.
It wasn't me.
It actually believes you are the one who suggested killing them in the first place. It doesn't say this, but you get the feeling that it blames you entirely for the death of all of his friends or her friends.
Waverly, did you use 2 actions on that one and you have 1 left? Because
No, command is a 2 action spell.
and then
Oh.
you moved. Oh, okay, never mind.
I know. I thought about that third action and then it
gone.
fleeted away.
It is now this kobold on the throne's turn, and it sees you. It knows you're a threat. It hates you, but it's smart. It's smart, and it knows that Gristle is a big problem. So it turns its attention down
Okay.
to where
Yes.
you are, Gristle, and it casts another spell. This
Ooh.
time, as you look at it, it appears to grow huge and monstrous. You see these curls of flame coming up out of its mouth and its nostrils, and you realize that you have stumbled upon a creature far, far more powerful than you could ever hope to stand against. And I need you to make a will save.
Oh no.
Well, okay. I will
This
do
was
this
developing
thing.
a new fear.
I rolled a nat 20, so I sure didn't.
Okay, then you realize that this creature is just a kobold. It's not any, like, what it's showing you is nothing but a figment of your own imagination. You shake it off and are completely unaffected, as indeed it was trying to give you a new fear.
And as a reaction, I stare at him and say, "No, you suck!" And that's the end of my turn.
This kobold, completely flabbergasted by the fact that its magic was so ineffective, just stands there stunned for its third action, which takes us from it to... Who's next? Where's my initiative tracker? Gristle, it is your turn. How do you respond to this attack on your mind?
Oh man, there's so many things I want to do, but okay, so it's still, is he eliminated now that Waverly is standing next to him? Or is anything eliminated? I guess how far does elimination go?
What? Elimination?
From the torch.
I don't understand.
Illumination from the torch.
For some reason, I thought you said elimination, and I was like, I don't know what we're talking about.
Sorry.
It basically is a 20-foot radius, but you can now see, you can essentially see all your targets for sure.
Okay, I just triple checking.
Yeah, it's good to check.
I do feel like Ingot has the other the one that's closer to him. So I'm gonna go for the king.
Okay.
I rush forward. What did you say last time?
Just remember, there's this like cliff, because it's up on a ledge.
All right.
So if you want to get up over that, it would take you it would be an athletics check with an extra action.
Sure.
I do it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you rush forward. Go ahead and make that athletics check.
I get a +7. I'm good.
Yeah, you're good at this.
That's an 18.
Hell yeah.
18, yeah. You clamber up and end up right where you've put yourself. But you've used up 2 actions at this point and are now.
That's fine.
Yeah, 1 left.
The one I want to do is not an efficient one, so I won't do it. But I just want to do it intimidating glare back, but I won't. Instead, I will. I will do regular attack then.
Okay.
Start cutting this guy. So that is I don't know if that hits. That's a 4 + 9. That's a 13.
13 is not quite gonna do it. This little guy he ducks under your sword, spitting furious rage. It was your third action.
I spit right back.
His minions, one is asleep, one wounded. They both call for a quick timeout, and we take a little mid-show break.
Oh.
We are going to take a few minutes, everybody. We will be back in just a bit to resolve this epic combat between the leader of the kobolds, betrayed by these horrible adventurers, and then we'll be back to go find out whether this baby is metaphorical or literal. Who knows? I don't know. We'll find out later. But stick around just a few minutes. We'll see you. Make it go away.
You're making a big mistake, Val. Yeah, why's that? Because I control the power of the universe.
If the atmosphere at your table is less than impressive,
That doesn't normally happen.
you may find it hard to create those magic moments your players crave. Lucky for you, Sirenscape is available for download on your mobile device.
Time's up.
Now that's impressive.
First time. Every time.
Go to Sirenscape.com today to download your free trial and get the right sound for your tabletop games. And don't forget to check out Sirenscape in action every Friday night on Dragons and Things.
Absalom, the city at the center of the world, heart of the Isle of Quartos. Since the living god Erudit founded it nearly 5,000 years ago, people have proudly called this metropolis the crown jewel of the inner sea. Now, it is the year of the Radiant Festival, a once-in-a-lifetime celebration that has drawn visitors to Absalom from around the globe. But not all who wander the boardwalks and alleyways of Absalom have good intentions. Craven crooks, shady charlatans, and malevolent murderers have set their sights on a distracted populace. Under cover of the chaotic festivities, a diabolical plot unfolds. Who can protect the innocent citizens of Absalom? Who will answer the call to save this ancient city from the villains who aim to overtake it? To guard Absalom from certain danger, a band of heroes must uncover the city's deepest secrets, scour its streets for clues, and take down its most dangerous criminal masterminds. For the safety of the many, a few will risk it all. The Agents of Edgewatch.
Bring your game to life with officially licensed Pathfinder miniatures and Pathfinder paints from Reaper Miniatures. Pathfinder miniatures are available in both metal and bones plastic versions to suit your gaming style. Sculpted in heroic gaming scale, Reaper's officially licensed miniatures range features everything from iconic heroes to fan-favorite monsters. Don't forget to use officially licensed Pathfinder paints, colors of Galarion, to paint your Pathfinder miniatures. Pathfinder paints are highly pigmented for fast coverage and feature excellent flow with a matte finish. All Reaper paints are water-based and easy to clean up. Please head over to reaperminiatures.com to see the entire range of Reaper's officially licensed Pathfinder RPG products.
Everybody, welcome back. I told you it was just gonna be a few minutes, and I'm always true to my word. Here we are, ready to resolve this combat. I heard a lot of chatter that I was really mean to Katie with that movement stuff. I mean, hey, look, there was a rock in the way. You can't see through rocks. I don't know. Like, that's the game, all right?
Fair.
It wasn't me. I didn't complain about it.
It's all good. We are neck deep in this combat. I'm feeling it. It's really cool. Having a great time. I say we just jump back in and make it happen. The coolest part of this combat is that it's currently my turn, so I get to do things. I get to do all the fun things. It is the kobold minion's turn. Unfortunately for kobold minion 1, he's sleepy. He decided it was time for a nap. He is unconscious and can do nothing. Kobold minion 2, though, sees his leader threatened. Sees Zolgran is in big trouble and is not having it. So that kobold is going to rush forward. Oh, you saw me measuring right to you, didn't you? It rushes forward, Waverly, with its spear held out, and tries to stab you. Oh no! There's a 19 on the die, which makes us we're at a 25 to stab.
It's a success, but not a critical.
Oh.
And that's important sometimes, that's all it takes. But despite the fact that he was successful, he was a little too eager. It was a weak hit. You only take 3 points of piercing damage. Weak. With your new level 2 hit points, you can absorb that easily. It is going to take its third action to strike again, but at a -5 penalty. And misses horribly, because that's a 4 on the die. So horrible miss on its second swing. It was a little too eager to try to protect its leader. That's all it can do. Not a very exciting turn for me, because I had to be asleep.
It was exciting for me, so.
Because of Ingot, who now gets to go. Ingot, how else are you going to ruin my day?
Well, Ingot is going to take an action to sort of sneak around to the other side of this sleeping kobold.
Okay.
And then he's going to get a wide stance at his base and then crouch forward and push the kobold in the pit.
Okay.
Do it.
Finally.
It's just it doesn't weigh very much. I mean, yeah, I'm not even going to require a check. It's unconscious and can't resist. I mean, you push him into the pit. He falls down into the pit.
And then Ingot just stares at his hands again. Just, what has Ingot done?
Did you call upon the earth first?
No. Is that a one-time boon thing, or do we know?
It is. Yeah, you do. You use it one time, and then for the rest of that turn, you deal an additional 2 points of melee damage. So if you attacked twice after that, you could use it more. But then after your turn's over, it dissipates. The kobold falls, crunches down into the bones below.
And now we know how deep the pit is.
Yeah, it looks to be about 15 feet deep. The kobold is now at the bottom of it, and you hear like a pained cry. It's not dead, but it is badly wounded at the bottom of it.
It's awake now.
Oh,
it's awake. That's also important.
Yeah.
It's awake and badly wounded. But he looks really badly wounded because he had also been hit before. Yeah. So like combined with the fall, like he's like weakly trying to pick himself up off the ground, but it doesn't look like he's gonna make it. You do have one action left because you just moved, you shoved. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna take cover with this ledge from the throned kobold.
Sure, yeah. So you just flatten yourself against the wall, hoping that he can't get you down there. He'll be too distracted with Gristle, most likely.
Fingers crossed.
That takes us to the top of the next round. And at the top of the next round, it's Thee, who is currently hidden. Yes. What do you do?
All right, I'm gonna move out.
Okay.
So an action to move, and I'm gonna be so. It's still very hard to see, even with where Waverly is positioned. Correct?
Well, it's hard to see around yourself. Well, I would say a couple of things. One, the way the light extends, and you do have low light vision, so you can see sort of further than normal. So I would say that inside, now that Waverly's in the same room, you can pretty much see anything you need to for the purposes of moving around. And because the kobolds are all bathed in light, you can see them very clearly. So you don't have any issue seeing them.
All right, so I'm gonna take my first action to fire at the one on the throne.
Okay.
Say 26 to hit.
And because I am flat-footed, because you were hidden, that makes it a critical hit.
Yes.
Oh, thank God. This is everything I ever wanted. Right. Thea is back in town. All these dice. Okay, so. Oh, that's good. Oh, God. 19 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Gristle, as you're like about to slam your greatsword down on this kobold, an arrow out of nowhere comes in, catches it right in the left eye, spinning the kobold around. It falls off its throne onto the floor and is definitely dead.
I hate kobolds. And then I'm gonna move around the pit just to get a little bit closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 25 feet around to the pit just to get a little closer.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm not getting that close. Stop there.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. You can see a kobold like struggling weakly at the bottom of the pit. Doesn't look like it's doing good at all. There's one more kobold that's behind that throne, but you have a hard time sort of seeing it because that throne is providing some really good cover.
I would like to use my third action to make a shot at the kobold down in the pit.
Mercy shot.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
100% a mercy shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might as well.
God. Okay, so 22.
Yeah, that gets him.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
He is also flat-footed to you.
Oh,
so
poor baby. I'm sorry.
he dead. You can roll damage because everybody loves to know how much they dealt.
Yeah, that's 9.
Yeah, he dead.
Inga just looks across the pit back up at you and
I'm proud of you. Yeah, and that's my turn. I'm stopping there while I'm ahead and bleeding.
Yep. Waverly, you're up next. The big boss is dead.
Yeah.
One of the minions is dead.
But the minion in front of me just came up and hit me.
It is still very alive. Yes.
And so, as a reaction from that, I'm gonna drop the torch.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Burning Hand.
Ooh, okay. That's quite a response. So
Revenge.
reflex save.
Yeah. So yeah.
That is a 3. So
That,
I feel really bad about that.
my friend. Would that be a critical failure?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I forgot to add my bonus because it literally can't be a 3. The total is 11.
Okay, that's a fail. Here comes the damage. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. A vicious strike. This creature tries to dodge out of the way, can't quite make it, gets blasted in the face by your flames. Those 2 actions, you do have 1 left.
Flee!
Okay.
I will move backward and away from this kobold. Probably, yeah.
Okay. All right. That will take us to. It would be my turn, but I'm dead. So Gristle, you get to go now.
Yay. Gristle's turn. So the one in the throne is pretty close, looking very sad.
it's out.
It's dead. The one
still-
on the
okay.
throne, dead, flat out.
I was unclear about that. Okay. And the one behind it is still around?
The one behind the throne is still alive, badly burned, but still alive.
And it is the last one. Hey, team, real quick, are we gonna do that thing where we try to like keep one, or are we not doing that? Are we not doing that anymore? I'm just double checking.
Pacify?
Pacify.
What? Does that mean murder?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, I forgot. It's been like a whole day, so I forgot. Okay, I go over to this little guy. I blast through him. I'm gonna call out. And I'll just hit him once, I think, just to start.
Sure.
Just gonna
Just the
rollies.
start.
But I rolled a nat 20. Why don't I?
Doki. Yeah, that one time is gonna be enough. I don't
Okay.
think you can possibly not kill him.
Okay, all right. Should I roll damage? Is this? Are we doing
Sure,
this?
why not? It's always fun to
Okay.
know how much you dealt.
That's an 8 plus 3, so 9, 10, 11.
11. And then if it was a natural 20, it's a critical, so you can roll damage again.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. It's 11, so it's 16 total.
16 points of damage. Oh, this little kobold. Goodbye, my friend.
Yeah.
Takes the sword in the back as he was about to chase after Waverly. Cut him down as he was running forward.
I yell, "Murder done!"
Murder done. Murder over. There is a moment of stillness as the last kobold falls, and then Waverly. You're standing there at the entrance to this huge room.
No.
You turn around, you notice there's all these huge growths of this weird yellow fungus. And from somewhere deeper in the darkness, you hear this, like... And it's getting just a little bit closer. You still can't see anything in the light of your torch. What do you do?
Is it my turn?
We're not really in turn order. We're out of initiative.
Oh.
So it's your turn in the sense that you can do whatever you want.
If that's
But
the
you
case,
hear
from
something in the darkness.
I run back toward the throne and pick up my torch that I dropped.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Okay.
gonna run behind Gristle and I'm gonna say, I think we found the baby.
Ingot is actually going to rush over to Thee and say,
Waverly, Thea is hurt.
and start tending to Thee's wounds.
I will cast a blanket heal across everyone using
Blanket heal.
Yeah.
All right.
Blanket
I'm
heal.
calling it a blanket heal.
I like it. I like it.
So that it's all of us. It gets all of us. Here we go. And
1d10 to everybody, thanks to your
yeah.
Yay.
Level 2.
And the
Be a
extra
10.
healing for
Be
the
a
2 action version. Okay, so we
No,
get back.
when you do the 3 actions, we had determined.
Oh, right.
It was only the
Oh,
1d10.
right. I'm reading heightened.
Gotcha.
8 points
Nice.
back
Nice.
of healing for all of us.
I'll tell you, everybody's looking pretty good. Thee does look like he's still bleeding a bit. He took some nasty damage.
Then I will rush him this healing potion that we just got from Tanderly.
Emily.
Emily, thank you.
Now,
doesn't help when I
remember,
say
you
the
could
name wrong.
you can also, if you don't want to, you can use the potion by all means, but you can also use a medicine check to treat wounds
Oh yes, I'll do that.
if you wanted to do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Medicine
So go
check.
ahead
Handy
and
ability.
roll.
No, it's a 4 dice now, but it was rolling well. Oh, hang on, I'll find it.
It's worth it.
I got
If
it.
it's worth
Are you
rolling
using your
well.
foot, Katie? She's like concentrating, like looking around. Just
And don't pull a cord.
I did. I pulled all the cords because it was stuck within the
Oh,
cords.
no.
Oh, okay.
That's bravery.
No, it's Waverly.
Oh,
19.
That does it. All right, that's gonna restore some hit points. 2d8.
God, that was good.
Yeah. 2d8. Why am I missing a d8? Here we go. Oh, 8. Only 8.
Right.
Sorry.
8 puts me pretty good though. You're very good at that.
You notice that Waverly seems to be quite adept at tending wounds much faster than she used to be. It takes her just a few seconds to tend to stitch up those wounds and slap some salve on it. Thanks to her other level 2 feat. I know you had the battle medicine one as well, so now you can tend wounds in battle much faster than using the 10 minutes.
I do.
Wait, really?
I told you about it earlier. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, right.
Impressed.
As you guys are looking around, you note that there actually is a chest in the room, as well as
Oh,
the
in
throne.
this room.
This room, the room that you're in, there's a chest.
Okay, there's treasure, and I learned something from last time. Don't just kick it open. Should we check? We should check it, right?
Very proud of you.
Should we check? Should we like look at it hard?
You're smart. I would like to look over it for traps.
Sure. What is your perception bonus these days?
5.
5. Okay.
Actually, I think it's 6 because of level.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah, it
gone
is
up by
6.
1. Yeah. Nice. You're even better than before. You give the chest a good looking over, and you're fairly confident that there's nothing dangerous about it. It does appear to be locked, but you notice that the robed kobold has a little key on a rope or on his belt.
There's a crystal. There's a key right there. Would you like the honors?
It's not gonna kill me, right? It's fine. You checked it. You looked at it.
It looked fine to me.
Shouldn't. Okay. Okie dokie. I grab the key, shove it in. Boop.
Like you do, the chest pops open. True to Thee's word, it doesn't do anything horrible to you.
Good.
What you see inside is quite intriguing. First thing you notice is there is a sword. The second thing you notice are 2 potions of healing. There is also next to that a crystal-tipped wand, a hat, and about 5 gold pieces worth of loose coin.
Well, this wand is nerd stuff. So here, Beverly or INGOT, whatever, you can have. I just kind of toss it behind my back at them.
Very valuable.
Can I inspect the sword, please?
Sure. You hold it up, draw it from its scabbard, and as you're holding it, you notice that it is constantly emitting this black smoke from the blade. Doesn't cause any problems for you. Like it doesn't bother you. It doesn't block any. But it's just it smokes constantly. And as you put your hand near the blade, you can feel like it's kind of hot to the touch.
Hey, is this a magic blade? Because it's like smoky and warm and.
I'll take a look.
But is it bad? Is it a good blade or a bad blade? It seems like it might be bad because it's smoky.
Are you a good witch or a bad witch? I'll do detect magic on both the wand and the sword and everything that we found.
Oh yeah, magic all about. The hat's magical, the sword's magical, the wand's magical, the potions are magical.
I'm gonna put the hat on my head.
Okay,
brave,
very brave. However, this may be just the thing for old Thee.
Oh, perfect.
Is it jaunty cap with a feather in it?
Kind of is a jaunty cap. It is a little jaunty. However, Thee, when you are wearing this hat, you can cloak yourself in illusions.
Excellent.
Once per day, you can spend 1 minute interacting with the hat and basically activating it. You just spend a minute concentrating on the form you want to take. And it casts the spell Illusory Disguise.
Wow.
Illusory Disguise lets you you can look like anybody you want to look like, including body shape. They have to be roughly similar to you in like shape and size. It's good enough that you can usually disguise your identity, but it doesn't allow you to make yourself look like a specific person. It doesn't change your voice, your scent, or your mannerisms. You can, however, change the appearance of your clothing and worn items. So it does disguise your clothes as well. So it basically just makes you look like another fairly nondescript person.
Cool. Easy. Perfect.
I would like to do an Arcana check on this wand.
Sure. Go ahead.
All right. That is a 19.
19. This is actually something that would be much better in Waverly's hands, as it would allow her to cast the spell Heal once per day without using a spell slot.
Yeah!
Nice.
Now, you can use a wand more than once per day. However, there's a risk involved. For a first level wand, you have to roll a check if you want to overcharge your wand and try to use it more than once per day. If you are successful, you can use the wand. If you're unsuccessful, you can break it. And if you're critically unsuccessful, you can actually cause the wand to be destroyed in the process. But once per day, totally safe. Can definitely use it, no problem.
So Ingot examines it with his crystal, like a jeweler's loop, and he sort of looks it over and hands it over to Waverly.
This is a healing wand.
And explains the properties to her.
Wow, thank you.
And then the sword, I was going to do an Arcana check on that as well.
Sure. You know what? Why don't we just carry over? Because we'll just carry the check as you're examining all of these items with one Arcana check. That's fine. Not a problem for me. This sword is a +1 magical longsword, which means that it adds one to an additional bonus of 1 to your attack rolls. However, it also deals 1 extra point of fire damage anytime you hit somebody. So it deals normal damage and 1 extra fire damage. And you can use a special action on your turn to command the blade's edge to actually light on fire. And if you do, it deals an additional 1d6 fire damage instead of just 1 until the end of your turn. However, once you've used that action, you can't use it again for 10 minutes.
Now that's a great sword.
Ingot explains the reactions that you can have.
Are all the stats the same as my greatsword?
No, a longsword deals 1d8 points of damage instead of 1d12, but it only requires 1 hand to use. Although I believe, let me look it up. Let's look up longswords.
I was like, I don't know. So I can hold a longsword and a torch?
Yep, you could. Or a longsword.
Or make the longsword is the torch.
It is the torch. I don't need to hold a torch. Torches are stupid.
Hey!
Your torch is obsolete now.
It's my one job.
Oh.
You told me to bring it.
You have other jobs. I'm just kidding. I mean, Jim Jam, we can just, I can just hold it, I guess, for now. And then if I use it.
Yeah, you just let me know when you're drawing weapons, you let me know what you're drawing. And
I think I put it away, but I keep my great sword out.
Yeah. You have a special bond with that sword. It's really great.
It's super great.
It would take a lot to replace it.
Okay. Well, excellent find, team. Thank you, Thief, for checking this. This is really a treasure chest full of treasure. Well, the kobolds found a lot of good things and are now going to a good home. Our homes. Or wherever you live.
Excuse me, Gristle.
Yes.
Are we forgetting the baby?
Did you find, is there a baby somewhere in this room?
One can only assume because there was some loud growling coming from over there.
Did it sound like a baby growl or an adult growl?
Well, it sounded like a monster.
Okay, that's fair. All right, well, that's... Apparently we're gonna get to the bottom of this mystery right now. Shall we proceed with caution?
Very cautiously.
Right, no more running. Got it.
He is just awkwardly raising it.
Yes, it's you cannot give me visual signals. I do not look at you ever.
That's fine. I was actually raising my hand more for Waverly. So if this baby is hungry, right?
Yes.
Are you opposed to feeding the kobold to it?
Well, they've been removed from this world and are on to the next. So, technically, it is just a vessel that lay here, though I do believe that they should be properly at rest. But if it is one sacrifice to save 4 other lives that are currently in this world, then yes, perhaps I could agree to it.
So do you want to say a few words and then I throw the corpse at the baby?
When you say it like that, but yes, I will.
The empty vessel at
Thank
the baby.
And Waverly will go around and do her little thingamajig, and then she'll come back.
So I take some pickled fish and then wipe them on the kobold to get some of the pickled juices on it. Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna, Gristle, I'm so weak. Will you carry this?
First of all, you better not throw away those fish you just rubbed in that. You better put it back in. Don't worry, it'll clean. Okay. It's got a self-cleaning thing, vinegar. And then what do you want me to do with this? Don't waste those fish. I will tell my dads. I will tell my dads.
I ate it. Your dad doesn't even know my real name. I would like you to hold this kobold, and then maybe we can feed it to the baby and calm the baby down. And as I'm saying this, I'm like walking around, and I'm like gonna be behind Waverly. We can peacefully deal with the baby. Yes. And then I'm gonna come around.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Don't call this a kobold. You know, once you kill an animal, it's just meat.
Vessel
meat.
Empty vessel.
It's a pickled vessel.
Mm-hmm. That we murdered. Great. All right. So I'm throwing this at a baby, and we're solving a mystery. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm holding the kobold like by its feet, just like
out in front.
Just kind of.
We're the monsters.
The meat.
We're the bad guys.
Yeah, we're the bad guys.
That's kind of what RPGs are about, isn't it? Though, breaking pots and stealing treasure.
God, we're Link.
You're right. So I guess we'll just ceremoniously fall in line behind this kobold offering.
All right.
March forward to the next room.
All right. You begin marching your way into the next area of this horrible, horrible dungeon. As you move forward, you find that you are in a space where towering yellow mushrooms cover the floor of a vast cavern, some reaching over 10 feet tall. They seem to emit a pale light, giving this entire chamber a very eerie glow. There are the shattered remains of barrels, torn open with their contents nowhere to be seen. However, there is a fishy smell about. You would guess that the kobolds, they were feeding the baby. This all lies sort of scattered around the base of these mushrooms. As you're moving forward, you actually hear and see a stirring shadow in the darkness. And at the very, very edge of the torchlight crystal, you can see a serpentine head at the end of a very long neck. You sort of stop. You see all of this. What do?
Do I recognize what kind of animal it is?
You could make an Arcana check.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I don't know anything about Arcana.
Do I see it or just Gristle?
I would say everybody could see it. It's like just at the edge of the light.
Torchlight, even. Mm-hmm. Hey, does anyone know what this is? That the baby? Does it look like a baby? What is it? Anyone know what this is?
I got an 11 on an Arcana check.
Okay. It doesn't take much to recognize a very young, but incredibly dangerous green dragon. And you notice this because as you guys are standing there wondering what you're going to do, you can see it starting to suck in a deep breath, and you realize that you are all in grave mortal danger.
Oh no!
Roll initiative.
We're all in a row.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to die.
We have the protection of the kobold meat.
I have a kobold shield in front of me.
I have a kobold and a Gristle shield.
And so on and so forth. 16. I rolled a 19.
A 19 for Gristle.
As long as it's before the baby.
A 17 for Ingot.
Okay. Pretty good for Ingot.
An 18 for Thee.
18.
Oh, nice. We are in a row.
What was that?
23.
Oh, dang.
23
Nice.
for Waverly.
Dodge.
Save yourself.
Waverly, you hear dragon. You look at this thing, and you realize that you are in quite a bit of trouble. It's young, but that doesn't make it not dangerous. And you realize that you are all standing in a line. What do?
I'd like to toss the torch. What do you think? Is 10 feet reasonable for a torch toss?
Hey, yeah, sure. That's
so
reasonable to me.
I'll ping it on the map for everyone. I'd like to throw the torch here so it can kind of illuminate the area right here. And then I'm going to then stumble probably, but I'm going to flee and kind of move to my left.
Okay.
And try to take cover by these creepy mushroom things.
Trying to take cover by the creepy mushrooms. All right, that you do have one action left.
I'm good.
Oh, raise your
You're
shield.
good. That's enough. It is now the dragon's turn. And the dragon has a whole line of people to catch in its 60-foot cone.
Sorry, guys.
Or it could just have a big burp. We don't know yet.
Actually, I'm sorry. It's not. This is a little baby. It doesn't have 60 feet. It's got a 30-foot cone.
That's just.
So it is just going to be able to catch
Oh my God!
Gristle
Just barely
and Fee. Gristle and Fee. This roiling cloud of noxious yellow fog.
Oh no, we're bad against
From
gases.
this dragon's mouth, and as it touches you, you feel your skin start to burn. And I need both of you to make an incredibly important reflex save.
Oh god.
I start rolling dice.
Oh, I'm good at this one.
Same. 23 for Gristle.
All right, 23 is success.
A nat 20 for a total of 30.
A nat 20 is a critical success.
Yes!
You dive behind one of these mushrooms, and you catch, like, none of this fog gets on you. You are perfectly safe. Gristle, actually, also nimble on your feet, not quite as nimble as Thee, but you react by taking cover as this fog rolls over you. The full damage was 18, but you just take half, 9 points of poison damage from this young dragon's breath.
Whew. We both take 9?
You take 9.
I take
he
9. Okay.
takes none because he critically succeeded.
Okay.
I really do like the critical success and critical failure mechanics of
It's a really nice mechanic. I also like that quite a bit. It really rewards those nat 20s and makes those nat 1s all the scarier.
Yes.
And then this dragon just rushes forward, charging in at Gristle. But its breath weapon is 2 actions. So when it gets to Gristle, that is the end of its turn. And we move on
Okay.
to Gristle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I guess, like, table talk, is there any point in me throwing this meat shield at him? Like, is it, like, will it do any kind of damage, or is it just kind of like a fun, like, a throw a body at something kind of thing?
Does it
Would
seem
do any
distracted
damage?
at all?
You know what? No, but yes. I mean, if you want to throw the body at it, you make an attack with an improvised weapon and hope you do really well. We'll see what happens. I always let the dice decide if something cool happens.
I don't know how to roll that, so let's try this. It's my first time attacking with an improvised weapon, which is kobold carcass.
Kobold carcass.
Yep. It's all happening.
Roll an attack roll. If you're throwing at it, then treat it as if you were shooting your bow, and I'll apply the improvised weapon.
Cool, it's a 25 to hit, my dude.
Yes.
Hey, I mean, yeah, you probably smack this kobold or smack the dragon with a kobold corpse. You just throw this in its face. I would say it's not a critical success. I'm not going to deal any damage. However, I will have it trip over, like sort of get tripped up, and it'll be flat-footed until the end of your turn.
Okay,
So it's
team,
like a
I don't want to
-2
be doing useless things, but there's an opportunity here
Mm-hmm.
for me to get on the back of this dragon
Yes, please.
and ride it like a horse.
Yes, please.
It is not a large creature. It's about you sized.
Oh, so it could not fly me around for fun.
it would not be able to fly you around.
Well,
Like it's a baby.
It's
Okay.
love that you wanted
Can
it.
it fly at
Yeah.
all?
You're not sure. You haven't seen it fly yet. It does have
Okay,
wings.
but jumping on its back would mean it wouldn't be able to fly.
So the alternative, my friends, is
Yes.
if I try to cut its wings off, and it's so sad.
It's sad.
I I know, it's sad.
I mean,
He's gonna kill us.
He did say it was flat-footed, so this is probably your best chance to attack.
I do have a power attack situation happening,
Right,
so I
and
can
you
hit
have
twice.
two.
Yeah. All right. Gonna kill a baby dragon. I'm calling it. I'm gonna do my power attack, so that's 2 actions. Please hit. Please hit. Holy God, that is a nat 20. I'm rolling so good today.
Stop.
Nice.
Stop it.
I love it.
So what
That's
happens when I
bad
roll
news.
a crit success on a power attack?
So you're gonna roll 3d. Your total is gonna be 3d12 plus 6.
Got it. Oh my gosh. Those wings are gonna be bye-bye. All right. 13, 14, 18 points of damage. Respectable.
Yeah, you come in, you rear back and just wallop this creature, trying to chop through the bones at its wing joint to just hack one of them off. The wing doesn't come off, but it is a mighty hit, and this creature is thrashing about in pain.
I do feel like a monster. I'm very sorry. Michelle is very sorry for the situation. It's a baby. Okay, that's it for me.
That's it. A great turn for old Grisselino. It is his turn.
All right, so I'm going to drop my bow.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move my full movement to be on the other side of this baby dragon.
Oh, yeah.
As
And then I'm
you
going
get right here, my
Oh,
friend,
no.
the creature seems to react very quickly to your movement, and its tail whips around almost instinctively.
Worth it.
And it tries to take an old attack, a reaction attack.
Jump.
That is going to be to hit a 20.
Yeah, that'll, because if it meets, it beats, right?
Yep, meets it beats, so
not
it
even worth it. Yep.
slams the tail into you. You actually, it stops your movement and deals tail damage, which is bludgeoning. So you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and it stops you cold in your tracks. Tail just slams into your chest.
All right. So what's
you
that
can
mean?
continue your turn as normal, but your first move has to stop there.
Okay, cool. So then I use my second action to move the rest of the way.
Get that flanking.
All right.
And so the flanking, and then I'm going to make an attack with my dagger because of quick draw.
That works. It works for me.
Good. Why is math so hard? That is a 24.
24 is a hit.
All right. So it takes, it takes 12 piercing damage.
12 points of damage after getting cut by Gristle is wounded. This is a tough creature. Its scaly hide seems to provide a lot of protection from the damage. You guys are cutting at it really good, but it's a dragon. Even a baby, a dragon is a dragon, and this creature is thrashing madly, still intent on killing. Ingot, we move to you, my friend.
Ingot is assessing everything that's happening and knows that this is bad news bears. So he's gonna move up here for one action. He's gonna pull out a crystal that he has around his neck on a necklace and actually take it off and place it up against his forehead. And as you can see, as he does that, it starts to glow, and this protective shield starts emanating out and around him, and it starts moving out to encapsulate others as well. And Ingot is casting Protective Ward.
Protective Ward.
So he emanates protective magic. You and any allies adjacent to you gain a +1 bonus to AC. Once per round after you cast the spell, you can spend a single action to sustain it until the end of the turn, up to a maximum of a minute. It also increases the size of the spell's area by 5 feet for each action to a maximum of 30.
Nice.
So he's going to take the next action to cast it, and another one to sort of increase it and sustain it.
It's a one action cast.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I gave you a little aura so that
Great.
everybody can see where your protective ward extends. Currently getting Gristle, but soon to definitely get Waverly.
And it also affects me as well.
Yep, now of course, obviously you as well.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. Excellent use of your turn, backing up your friends, protecting them with your magic. Waverly, it's you. What do you got?
Do these mushrooms provide any sort of concealment?
They're big. Yeah, the mushrooms are, I mean, again, some of them, like the bigger ones are like 10 feet tall. So they're huge, yeah.
So where the dragon is from me, does the mushroom in between us cover me?
It doesn't block line of sight, but it would give cover, yeah.
Okay. Then, I don't like where I'm at. It feels like I'm being put in a corner, and that scares me. So, I think what I would like to do is move up closer toward this treasure chest I'm seeing over here.
Ah.
But more so, can I be on this square, or is that on a mushroom?
You could occupy that square. That's fine.
Okay. And I would like to be able to see Thee and spend my next 2 actions casting heal upon Thee.
Okay, very nice. That is going to get you that +8 boost, so 1d10 +8.
Wouldn't it be +10 because I'm now a +10er?
No, that's not how that works at all.
Oh. You had me convinced.
Me too. I was like, yeah.
That's what I would assume, but it's fine.
Sounds like a thief.
15 points back.
Nice.
Hell yes.
He's fine. He doesn't need an additional 2 points after that.
He does.
Excellent use of the turn. Backing up your fighters and your rogues, using magic to defend yourselves and heal others. Will it be enough? Time will tell.
Oh.
Because now it's the dragon's turn.
Uh-oh.
Dragon is upset. Super mad. The first thing it's going to do is use 2 actions to go into a draconic frenzy, making 2 claw strikes and a tail strike in any order. 3 attacks coming in because it is going to claw at our good friend Gristle. So 2 claws.
+1 to Gristle's AC.
+1 to Gristle's AC.
Yay.
Claw number 1. Oh, that's bad. A 2 on the die for a total of 16. Oh, whiffs.
Here we go.
Claw
What the hell
number
did you
2
say?
coming in. Claw number 2 coming in at a -4 penalty. 3 on the die. Bring my total to 13. This is embarrassing. This little baby. Get it together, baby dragon.
Come on, baby. Stop
It's
fighting
gonna
like a baby.
Its 3rd tail strike is going to come in at Thee. This is a terrible bonus, but maybe I'll get him. 16. I don't think that's going to do it.
18.
Yes!
So it misses Thee. It does have 1 action left, and it's so upset at having missed, just whiffed embarrassingly. Like, I don't think I could possibly have done worse. It is going to actually, it's enraged, but it's savvy. It knows how to fight. It is going to start moving. This will trigger a reaction. So attack of opportunity they would like to take.
Yes, me please. Yes, thank you. Okay, roll. That's a 26 to hit.
26 does it.
Yep, and then
Good lord.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, 12 points of damage. You guys need to go back down to level 1.
No.
This is bonkers. That'll take us. That's my poor little dragon's turn. I thought this was going to be a tough fight, but here we are.
It's not over.
Chris's turn next.
Is it my turn?
Gristle.
Yeah,
Yep,
sorry.
Gristle.
I couldn't hear you. Okay. You can't get away from me, little baby that I guess we're gonna pacify. All right. I guess I never really talked about a plan with this baby, but certainly was not to capture it. Okay. I run here. I run right in front of it. It's only like not too far from me.
As you leave this square, the tail is going to lash out. It does look like it does have a little bit of reach with that tail, although its other attacks don't. So it is going to try to strike you with its tail and stop you in your tracks.
I could have just slapped this tail. All right, it's fine. Go ahead, do it. Do it.
You're not cutting off parts of the dragon.
I mean, are we not?
The tail strike,
Monster
not an
Hunter.
embarrassing failure. It's 27 to hit.
Oh.
It's
Nice. Coming
It's
in.
horrifying.
You're going to take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and
Oh,
your
boy.
first move has to stop here. Though you can then continue your turn as normal.
okay. Understood. Lame. It's fine. I take another action to move forward,
Sure.
and then I attack.
Alrighty.
A regular old smashy smash.
Regular attack.
I feel like I'm making a bad decision, but okay, that is a 20. It's hard to do math, huh? That's 26 to hit.
This is terrible.
Yes.
Why am I even adding these up anymore? And that is a upside down. 6 plus 3, 9 damage.
This thing is covered in its own blood now. It is looking very worse for wear. You feel like you've got it on the ropes. But that is the end of your turn.
All
You move to
right.
feet.
All right, so I'm gonna spend 30 feet of movement to come around this mushroom. Well,
Okay.
actually, am I able to run through it, or do I actually have to go around this thing?
No, you would have to go around. Those bigger ones, you do have to go around them.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 29. All right, so I'll spend 2 actions to get to the other side of this
Sure.
dragon.
Yep.
As I run by Waverly, I'm gonna try to give her a high five. Your
She'll
healing
miss, probably.
is immaculate.
Oh, thank you.
Good try. And then I'm gonna, as Grizzle's going at this dragon, I'm gonna try to attack it from the other side.
Alrighty.
I like to think that he's parkouring off the mushrooms as like
Oh,
the high
yeah.
five happens.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run into the wall and jump off.
Hell yeah.
All right. So that is a 18 plus 8, 26.
You guys, do you have dice? Did you guys get those those dice that just don't have numbers below 15? Yeah, that's a hit.
I wish.
Yeah.
All right. And a 26 isn't a critical hit with the flanking bonus.
No,
correct?
it is not. This thing
Oh,
actually had, despite the fact that you are embarrassing it, it has a really good AC.
It seemed
Probably-
like it.
It has a bonus of 12 to its attack?
Yeah.
I hate that. 9, 4, 13.
13 points of
piercing.
damage.
Yep.
You get into position behind this creature. As it's rearing back, it looks like it's about to, once again, preparing to unleash a breath on Gristle. And you just reach up, choke hold it and slam your dagger into the back of his head. And the creature just crumbles forward. Its whole body slumping to the ground.
No way.
You have killed the baby dragon.
Oh!
This was the worst. No, good job, everybody. You guys handled this thing massively. It is
Wow.
definitely dead. You got it, B.
You're no fire lizard.
That's true.
I'm gonna rush over to Gristle and heal her.
Sounds good.
I will use since I have 4 Cure Light wounds, I'm gonna use one of those. So I'll hand Gristle a potion.
Yay. And
Alrighty.
those are a D8.
D8.
Before you do, you can do the medicine thing again
Yeah.
at everyone once, right?
I just can't do it to the same person again.
And you only did it to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting I could do that.
Teamwork. We're learning together.
Yeah.
I would like to heal her.
Medicine check.
Medicine.
It's also one of the coolest things. Like other games
Oh.
always make you have to do some extra potion or something,
Yeah.
but
15.
15 is exactly this. This is close. I mean, this, the way her skin is bubbling, and you aren't quite certain. It was clearly its breath was this weird toxin that you've never encountered before. But even despite your inexperience with it, you barely do manage to help her out, and she gets 2d8 hit points.
Oh, thank you, intern. You're doing a great job healing and getting more powerful, I see.
Yes, this is what I'm here to do. I'm here to learn from you, a very heroic adventurer, and only give you 5 hit points back.
Oh, okay. I think I misheard earlier about the 15 thing, so I'm gonna renege that compliment. That's fine.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Can I do it again or no?
No, once you've affected somebody with it, they are immune to it for.
It's fine. You don't have to.
For a while,
it's fine.
so you
I'm doing great. Don't worry about me. I've got plenty of fish to help.
I have potions. Would you like a potion?
No. Save your I mean, attend to the other weary. We are. I'm.
No
doing
one else
great.
is weary.
I'm not weary either. I'm telling you, I'm doing fine.
But you're bleeding.
That's the
Crystal,
blood.
take the help.
Okay.
I'll hand
all right.
the health potion.
You should see the other guy.
He's dead.
I said I should see it.
He's lying in front of you.
You should see it because I'm doing
In
great.
shame.
Comparatively, that's what the phrase means.
Ingot, as this is going on, he's going to lower the crystal and his focus breaks the protective magic. And he's going to take a gaze over at that chest that Waverly was indicating earlier.
It does look like there's a small pile of coins. This dragon was building a little hoard. Unfortunately, it didn't get very far, but that doesn't mean that it had nothing. You find a whole pile of like copper and silver, but all told, it's about 23 gold pieces in total loose coin. There is also the prize piece in this hoard. There is an emerald that looks sort of almost vaguely like a dragon's eye. This is almost the value of the entire hoard itself. It's worth 20 gold pieces on its own.
Does the emerald remind me of like there was a sword with an emerald in the hilt in one of the other like puzzle rooms? It's not connected, right?
You don't think so? And this one is much larger and much finer than the other emerald.
Yeah, Ingot definitely is holding up the emerald, examining it like a jeweler.
Yeah, it's a really good piece. Yeah, I mean, 20 gold pieces is a lot. All in all, quite a hefty little haul that you found. As you guys are working, you don't hear sounds of any other creatures. There is a passage that leads away from this room further in, but otherwise you don't see or hear any other danger while you're standing there. What do you guys do?
Why were the kobolds feeding this baby dragon? And where did they get the baby dragon?
Well, I don't know where they got it, but it's very clear that Boca told us that they wanted it to grow up and destroy all of humanity. So
that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, you were the one trying to make a friendly pact with them, which we broke.
Until somebody killed him.
Hey, that was an accident. I don't know who set that trap. Well, sure wasn't me.
Hello.
I understand it was an accident.
Well, if you consider it this way, the kobolds were in a sense evil because they were trying to raise a creature to destroy all of humanity. So by removing them from this world, we removed a major threat.
See, I don't need any convincing of that. I do understand the greater good. And
I was more so just explaining it for Gristle.
Well,
good, Paco.
Yes.
If anybody wants to, too, you could make a society check, since you talking about the kobolds and what they may or may not have wanted to do, or why they were doing it.
11.
I have a really good society.
Yeah.
Look at y'all using these.
7.
I have a 13.
Oh no.
24.
There we go, Ingot.
Ingot knows people.
Yeah, well, I mean, primarily subterranean races.
Right.
You're confident that you've heard a lot of that. Here's why kobolds are dangerous. Aside from just being generally hostile, raider type creatures, they also are known to revere. They consider themselves
like
dragonkin, and they revere dragons. They will often put themselves in service to a dragon. So it makes a lot of sense that they would hatch this baby dragon and hope it grows up in the hopes that they would then serve it as has its little army of kobold warriors.
Mm.
And you know that, I mean, green dragons are notoriously hostile, incredibly dangerous. Like, if this thing had grown up, it could have easily just destroyed Otari.
Mm.
Um,
We
a
have done
full-grown green dragon is bad news.
We have done a service to Otari here this day. This dragon would have created ruin throughout the entire land, and these kobolds would have worshipped it, most likely.
Are there signs of like an egg hatching? Like, was it recently hatched, or like in this room?
You don't, but you notice that, like, if you sort of account for all the kobolds that you've killed, and they've all had like that little pendant, you would guess that they actually distributed pieces of the egg amongst each other, and they were using them as like little talismans for themselves. Yeah.
Ingot actually has one of them, so he'll pull it out.
Yeah, it's actually a piece of dragon egg.
I see.
Well, I guess we killed the small, green, dangerous dragon. We figured out why the fish are missing, and I guess the only question left is, where is the mother of this dragon? And is she going to be mad about all of this?
That is a question.
Well, I do think that the kobolds have stolen this poor baby dragon away from its mother, because it doesn't seem that this area is big enough for a full-grown dragon. And, I can't even imagine the ruin that it could do to the city if a grown dragon lived here. But I do think we need to return to Tamale so that we can tell her that we know exactly what happened to her fish.
There is this tunnel.
And Ingot will move towards the passageway we haven't gone down.
Is there a tunnel?
Yeah, there is a passageway. Yeah. So you make your way down this new passage, and it winds on for quite a while before it doesn't ever really open up into any other chambers or anything. Although eventually you can actually feel a breeze, and before too long, the light is getting brighter and brighter, and pretty soon you emerge from this tunnel onto the surface. You are some distance outside of Otari, but it looks like you found the way that the kobolds got into those ruins down below.
I was gonna say, if this goes into my dad's like basement, I was gonna freak out.
No. But as you are making your way outside, Waverly, you notice a weird little carving in the stone, just at the end, just inside the entrance to this cave. As you guys are looking out in the distance, you can actually see Otari, and it strikes you. It looks like almost like a dragon's head, but it has 3 eyes and this weird frilled neck. And why don't you make a religion check for me?
21.
It strikes you, and you feel sort of a sudden coldness in your chest, because this carving, clearly made sometime in the last few weeks, is the unholy symbol of Lamashtu, the mother of monsters, the demon queen, the mother of beasts. And with that realization, we will end our adventure tonight. We have come to the end of our adventure for this evening, and we have come to the end of the adventure in the beginner box, which means that you've done it. You're no longer beginners.
Yay! We showed that dragon.
Yeah, we did.
We sure murdered a baby.
You wrecked that dragon. I had high hopes for the dragon baby, and you guys wrecked it.
It wasn't a cinder rat, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was no cinder rat. That's definitely.
I want you to know, after that fight, I was feeling real confident, and then you described the deity, and I'm like, never mind.
Lamashtu, yeah.
What was her name again, Jim Jim?
Lamashtu.
Lamashtu, yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, hope that wasn't that demons, baby.
It's
Fun
bad.
fact, I've actually played a Pathfinder game where I was a priest to Lamashtu, so
Fun.
fun.
Good times.
Of course, you bore Xander.
You did this.
Now that you're no longer beginners, I'll just ask, you guys want to play more adventures? Or are you guys just
Yeah.
Yes,
more?
please.
Okay. All right, it's fine. We've got another adventure.
Oh,
We
it's
have
fine.
now that you've done the beginner box, the Troubles in Otari can officially begin. And starting next week, we will be playing through Troubles in Otari, which is the published Paizo adventure, which comes after the beginner box. It's so if you guys out there, if you get the beginner box and you finish that, and you're like, well, what do we do next? You should also get yourselves Troubles in Otari, which you can find also on Paizo.com. It is an awesome adventure. I've read through it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We are going to play through it in the upcoming weeks, so things are not done here. However, tonight we have reached the end of our adventure. I want to thank all of you for joining us. Another big thanks to Paizo for letting us play through this awesome adventure on their channel. If you want to pick up this adventure or Troubles in Otari or any of the other amazing Paizo products and play some Pathfinder or Starfinder even at home, go to Paizo.com. It's all good stuff. We have a ton of fun doing it. I highly suggest it. It's a fun game. And just so you guys know, if you are thinking about getting the beginner box or any other adventure that we play, I haven't revealed all the secrets. There are some things that we didn't do from the beginner box adventure. So there's still going to be some surprises for your players and for you in that beginner box. Don't worry, there's more in store. If you're social distancing these days, that doesn't mean that you can't introduce Pathfinder to all your friends. A virtual tabletop like Roll20 is an excellent way to get into the action, and they have the beginner box available in their marketplace on Roll20.com. The purchase unlocks the fully loaded and ready to play beginner box so that you can get the game going very easily, super quickly, and safely, no matter where your party is in the world. While we have completed the adventure in the beginner box, of course, we do have more Troubles in Otari next Wednesday here, 6 p.m. Pacific, as we get into Troubles in Otari, the module, which also available on Paizo.com. You can get that as an excellent follow-up. If you're looking for more content, you can always go over to twitch.tv/thedatnetwork. We are running actual play content throughout the week there. Currently, we have a Starfinder show on Saturdays called Things in Space. That is wrapping up its second season soon, so make sure you get in there, check out the action. It's a new GM, different cast, all great people. If you like what I do, you'll love what they do. And then we also have Rise of the Runt Lords on Tuesday nights, and that is actually a Pathfinder 1E adventure. They're running through Rise of the Rune Lords. They are also coming up on a season finale, so make sure that you check that out. They actually even have a big giveaway coming up next week, so make sure you get on that. Twitch.tv/thedatnetwork, and we're at the Dat Network on all of the social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Follow us, get our full schedule and all the other stuff that we're going to be doing, because there's a lot more content that'll be coming in 2021. However, no matter what, be back here next Wednesday for more Troubles in Otari. We're out of here. It's been a lot of fun, but I need a break. My poor baby dragon. No. It was so crushing. It was so crushing to be defeated. I need a break. We'll see y'all later.
Sorry, Jim.
Good night, everybody.